dude. They just couldn't kill me.
Just the best kind of gameplay.
But I did have Leo helping me out, keeping me alive too, with his blitzcrank.
Oh. Awesome. Leo be doing some. All right. That's cool, dude.
Leo's gold. What are you talking about?
He never plays anything when I'm playing.
He's gold solo.
I'm
queue,
just
bro.
out there. That's why he doesn't want to play with me because I'll make him
Yeah.
lose.
No worries. I'm just never on lately. Play during work hours.
I'm offended. Woe me. Woe me. Whoa.
What are work hours?
Me, it's 8 to 5.
Yeet.
Unless there's OT, then it's a little bit later.
Where on earth is the map? Oh, I'm on the wrong map. Oh, interesting. So I was on another. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, it's the same thing. What the heck? Weird. I don't know where you guys. Oh, it's right here. There's a different picture. Anyways, sorry. I was looking at something that didn't show your tokens, but I knew you guys were on there. So I got confused. So, real quick, everyone, welcome back. Our good friend Pedro, aka Wolfric. Broly, he has returned to you at this table.
What is up?
How's it been? How's the kid?
Oh man, he's here and it's a mess, but it's amazing.
As is life. As is life. Absolutely. Congrats, dude. To you and Jess. Otherwise, you guys, as you had told Wiggles, all got mass murdered, wrecked, destroyed, and left Wiggles by himself to solo. So he really anticipates rolling for initiative. So Wiggles, roll me an initiative, please.
I wasn't ready. Hold on.
No worries. When you get to that. Well, Wiggles is rolling initiative to get ready to fight something. The rest of you came across this cove and fell upon unfortunate news. The ship has sailed. What should have been and would have been is not present any longer. Broly, your allies that were upon that ship assumably are now gone across the ocean, headed off maybe toward the desert, maybe beyond. You're not quite certain, but you do know they went west. For Armina and Jin, you watch your fellow goblin maybe not show remorse, but play a good tune. Farewell as he sends them off and hopeful survival ventures and opportunities to not be killed. Eric, in the meantime, as you stand upon the scene and feel the ocean breeze, something pulses upon your person.
I need to go take this. I go hide behind the rocks.
You guys are uncertain what he has to take, but he has to take something in private. So
I'm assuming by that he meant he has to take a shit.
Exactly.
He's very proper.
23.
Beautiful. I'll get right to you. As you head off to the side and you go about checking your body, you find something familiar to you. Something round, spherical, something you were aware you had. Not so much a lit, but vibrating, as if giving off a pulse of sorts. Not like a constant zzz, but more like a heartbeat or a tether of sorts, trying to reach something.
I whip it out.
You whip it out, and at that point, everyone looks away. Wiggles, you prepare to fight. You kind of blink, you feel groggy in the eyes, and you look around and you're like, why is it so sunny and bright out? You sleep through it all. You're along the cove. There's an ocean breeze. There's the ocean itself. And there's a pier that goes out about a far end, leaving you with a little bit of a shortcoming to any potential ships nearby. It is beautiful out here, though. Wiggles, you successfully, with the team, got through the enemy. They did not leave you behind as a sacrifice. We figured it'd be a great tale for your adventurers while missing. But you actually got through safely, arrived, and witnessed the departure of the ship, Jesus, the department Of it leaving.
It was the shoes department that was leaving.
Yeah, it was shooing away. So, nonetheless, Wiggles, there is no combat before you, but you feel ready. So you will have an advantage on the next one because you rolled so well. Let me get your little token just for reference. Roly, Armina, Jin, as Wiggles heads off to prepare to fight something, you're not sure what. You see Eric head off also, and remember, you guys are within a little pit stop, I guess, for ships. It's barren. Almost all the materials and goods and grains have been taken with them, but it definitely is hollowed out. You have two structures. One is a tower that's about 20 feet high, and the other is about 10 feet, though 15 feet if you count it from the sea level. And then you have the pier with some miscellaneous chests that have, little to any of use. You have a cart here and some other wagon materials. Just for shits and giggles. If you guys recall, where is the pictures? Hold on. I think I had screenshots.
Good. Found out what the Goblin King seal looks like.
That is true.
Crest.
You did find out that. Where on earth?
Very, very European.
Yeah. Very European. All right. Well, I can't find those images right now because I'm a knucklehead and don't remember where I put anything. But there are two structures if you guys wish to just kind of mosey about, or take shelter and take a break, or take a rest. Whatever it is you guys wish to do. The floor is your three, as the other two are dealing with business of private matters.
Mina would probably just walk onto the pier and just go sit down on the edge, like way out here. Oh, not out in the old.
It's Shark Week, folks, and out comes from the water.
Shit, roll a new character. And she would just kind of look out at the ocean or the sea and just kind of enjoy the fact that we have a brief moment of respite where we can just rest and not have to chase something down.
Sure, you take a quick breather and you sigh in the air. You think briefly about your fight. Spitefully, you think about your papa. Not something you enjoy, but it's a focus that you hold on to, leading you, guiding you, placing you in a purpose of forward prep. Your next moves.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Jin, what is it you are up to?
I'd probably be trying to meditate and get a connection with my.
Give me a D100, sir. Very nice. What would be your normal method of creating a tether with them?
I'd say probably closing my eyes and focusing on my ring. Try to get that connection back.
Okay. As you bring yourself into a trance in an attempt to reconnect, you feel something. Before, it's always been cold whenever you reach out into the ether to hope that one day you'll be able to reconnect and ask that final question. Today, there's a warmth. There is presence. You go further, you reach, continue. Much farther than you normally have to, but it's continuously comforted by this cushion of warmth. Do you continue going even further?
Yes.
As you move onward, a moment happens. Roly, as you're about this beach vibe location, thinking about the next best concert you can throw. If you could just get everyone here, this would be the best rave spot. You up in the rocks with amps everywhere and just blowing this place to bloody hell. Maybe create even a wave system. Who knows? But as you sit there with these grand ideas,
Can invite Java.
there's a flash of light. You see a quick flash of light, not just come from Jin, but it pops off of Jin, flies through the rocks here, off into the distance, in the general direction of Eric. You don't hear any ow or dolt or any kind of noises of pain or harm. But you do find that interesting. Jin, I'll get back to you in a second. Broly, what are you up to?
I'd be just jamming out on this beachfront with Galron, and we'd be like starting a little barbecue on the beach to say farewell to our friends that are now lost to the sea.
And what are you guys cooking?
Crabs.
Okay, you do a quick little bit of crabbing. Give me a sleight of hand check as you quickly try to prep these crabs. They are feisty creatures.
Does Rolly sound super crackly or staticky to anyone else, or is it just me?
Is it
Possibly just
poorly?
you. I hear you perfectly fine.
Yeah, so far he sounds fine.
Okay.
Okay. If you're using the link, you might just have to refresh the page. That does it. I can always refresh it if it needs to be refreshed.
Actually, on that note, let me pull that link.
It always sounds like that for me, but I have special conditions.
You are special.
Oh, yeah.
Barney told me
Hey,
so.
test Rolly.
Is it coming through clear? Can you hear me better?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you fine. I just wanted to make sure that it was still in operation.
Awesome.
Cool. So I think I might have missed you for those 15 because you just reminded me about the audio thing, but I fixed it now, so you're good.
Yeah, it's a sleight of hand. I got a 16.
Perfect. So you go about it with Gowron as you're like, whoa, here comes a pincher, here comes a pincher. You dodge around and you jab in your little blade as you try to force up the top of the shell. And as you do, you see the split of the membrane, and then one of its eyes kind of gets stuck to the bottom as they split into two. And you just see the good meaty insides. And you practically eat majority of it like tuna before you even get it to the fire because you're a good man. Absolutely, you're over here, finger fooding before you even cook anything. But you guys enjoy some good crab. Eric, what do you do with this device?
I hold it up and inspect it.
Make an Arcana check. As you move your hands across it and try to fit your massive furlog fingers into any open crevices amongst its intricate
That ain't
pieces.
bad.
And you really shove a little piece in, like does that impression, so where only that like part of your finger is like pushing even further where the blood is just captured, and you think you touched a button. You're not even sure what you did, but you touched something, and the ball just explodes with light in front of you. As it does, it floats there, no longer in your hands, as it kind of creates like a little force field, almost a distance between you and it, like a magnet. Even as you try to reach back for it, it kind of just avoids you in that kind of sense. And then you see it kind of slowly hover about 10-ish feet before you, and you hear a familiar voice. Wolfric, you may now call out. Wolfric. Did he disappear and I didn't read it anymore? Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Can hear you perfect.
Well, you hear Wolfric until he comes back, because I don't know if he disappeared. You hear him, Eric!
Brother?
I need you
He's not German.
cast a spell. It's not, no.
What spell?
Anything, a little more juice.
Oh, he turned green for a second.
Oh, give him a second.
Oh, yeah, he's like
Oh,
typing.
he's turning green.
Wolfric? Wolfie?
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. There it is.
We're reaching out to you in the ether.
Yes. Eric,
Brother.
it worked.
What worked?
I've been trying to get here. There is an unclear time signature event.
What do I need to do?
So in this case, you would have Wolfric is just missing enough juice to get there because this time signature wasn't massive, but it was a phenomenon in this timeline for it to matter enough, where he was able to take that moment to get himself projected here. So he needs you to give it a little juice by casting a spell upon the orb.
What's the
That's magic missile at the darkness.
I could do?
What did you say, Eric?
I'm just looking at what I could do. I'm gonna use. I'm looking for a higher level spell. So I'm gonna use Spirit Shout on it.
Very nice. As you focus toward it and you input this entire spell on, describe what it would look like as you cast it. Jesus.
Dark, gross, terrible spirits because of
Okay. Instead of them
the grave
strolling
domain.
around you, you create these little skeletal-like imp figures. It's kind of resemblant of what you had just faced, just because of a quick creativity off the top. And they hover around the orb, and then you see the orb just sucking them in until you feel the spell end and cease itself. Then you see a projectile particles pop up, and in doing so, create a humanoid-like figure. And then it colorizes, kind of flickers in and out, very high-techy. And then you see before you none other than Wolfric.
In the flesh.
Yes, he looks very fleshy, but you don't know the full. I mean, it looks believable to you at the moment. Yes.
I believe we've established a connection, but my time here is still a bit limited.
Oh, we got to figure out how to get you here, brother. I don't know with these people. You told me to be friends with them, but I've tried. They are quite strange.
I gave you that warning before. But good people nonetheless, right?
I believe so. This little goblin, he won't let me heal. Like I keep telling them, let them drop. I can heal them, but he just won't let them drop.
The stubborn Goblicon. How I've missed you all.
So, with that, as you guys are kind of having a little catch up, and Eric is kind of reporting to you his happenings as of arriving. Wiggles, you head back to seeing Jin, and he's all glowy and fuzzy like. You're not quite sure what's up with him. Do you interact with him at all? Though he does seem to be in a trance, as you are familiar with.
If he's meditating, I'm gonna leave him alone.
So you pull out your bow and you shoot him. Okay, you murder one ally. Then you head at Rolly. No, I'm just kidding. You leave him alone. You see Rolly with Gowron enjoying some kind of food, for that matter. And you see Armina.
Sprinkles, you want some crabs?
They offer to sprinkle some crab, but they do not include you, whether you wish to invite yourself.
Sprinkles
You're
are
like
eating
petting
anything.
sprinkles and like feeding him crabs. Like the parts of the crab that even Rolly won't eat. That's the sprinkle.
Oh, there are standards. So, Rolly feeds Sprinkles. Wiggles, do you join them?
No, I want to check out the lookout tower.
All right, you check out the lookout tower. Give me an investigation check.
Oh God. $21.
You good, sir? Locate quite a few clues of what happened to you. Inside this tower, there are not just what would have been shackles placed along the walls of the lower half. You see that there's also these aspects where they had caged animals at some point within. Bars seem to be chewed, gnawed out, wood parts broken, posts bent. It's as if they had herded a lot of uncontainable objects in one room. Though at the top of the flight, about 20 feet up, you do see that there's a beautiful vantage point of where it is you guys currently are within this cove. You see where it is you came from, which was down to your bottom southwest, basically. And you also see out along the pier and the ocean yonder. You see the desert all the way on the other side, probably about, don't quote me because I can't remember, but somewhere around 60 to 70 miles across, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So good distance. However, what you see most interesting is Eric, who was not alone. We'll get to that. Jin, you good sir. You hear a voice. Though it's not speaking to you, it is speaking to someone, something with purpose. And this voice is not in a normal tongue, though you don't immediately consider that as you understand the language, you don't think about the language in which it's being spoken. But this is what you hear. The four. They are looking for these. You don't hear what the respondee is saying, but you imagine the pause being in between that, as there's like a you feel like a echolocationy vibe, but you don't see any images basically. And in such, then you hear the response. We are uncertain, but they can be developed. Moments notice. We must find them to build yet another. We need more. There's a pause. You feel now connection. You feel it is your master. You then realize he's speaking Draconic. You haven't heard that tongue in a long time, but yet familiar. Jin? He responds to you. How do you answer?
Finally, I found you.
You should have not been seeking. He says you should not have been seeking. But now, I will find you. You feel a grab for you, almost like the tether connection is trying to strangle you. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Shit.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh boy. I'm not even there to help you.
You feel this tightness, almost as if a anaconda was wrapping around just your neck. Its massive size and weight and pressure. You feel the strength that your master has never once bestowed upon you, but has others. This is your master. But why is he doing it to you? As you lose your consciousness briefly, trying to figure this out, and you struggle, you do take
Jesus Christ.
15 points to your max health,
40, that's pretty low.
reducing your max HP to currently 57. As you feel a weight come upon you. What was a strangle was truly more of a infusion of sorts. You feel that disciplinary attentiveness that you once had when you were first introduced to this individual. You are now, yet again, truly referring them to your master. You're not sure what this means now, but you know he now yet again has a hold on you. Whether or not it was good or bad seeking him out, we will soon see. You come back into focus. You're sweaty, you're tired, you're gasping for breath, and you feel a bit of fatigue. There's a part of you missing. You know this. Now you have to just get it back. What do you do as you
You know what always fills the hole in my stomach? Rams!
You come to focus and invited to have some crabs. As Rolly mistaken to rumble in the air as a rumble in your stomach.
I think I
How
need
do
to
you
rest.
respond?
I'll grab some crabs soon, but I'm gonna rest.
What do we call by that? Salt and bud. You can have it later.
Work with Galron to prepare salted crab.
Alrighty. Wolfric, Eric, at what point do you bring yourselves to the group? And do you have a plan upon approach?
So, real quick,
Mhm.
so that I understand this along with Eric, I'm bound to that
So the
sphere
orb,
that he's holding,
so the
correct?
sphere, he is not holding it. It is acting upon its own.
Okay, okay.
You do not have it. Yeah, it is like a little floating hologram device, but it makes you look pretty convincing.
Gotcha.
Unless you,
Okay, I
But
thought
yeah.
it was in his person. Okay.
No, it originally was upon him when it first activated. So we'll get to how it plays out come
Gotcha.
that point. But
Cool.
yeah, it'll be.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So I'll just look at Eric and be like, well, I'll leave reintroductions to you, friend.
Oh, I don't know if I've even really had my own introduction. I've been I've been quite secretive.
Well, not unlike you at all. Well, with me then.
Oh, okay. I will take the lead.
You see
Friends.
Rolly, as you hear Eric speak, you look over your shoulder and you are in awe. How do you react, Rolly?
Oh yeah, if I saw Wolfric just like, I would break out like a song or something like that. I would just be like celebrating. I'd be using minor illusion to set off like fireworks and stuff. The best I could.
Nice.
Hearing the
Alright.
fireworks sounds and the sounds of like partying, Mina would just turn around like, "What the fuck?" He's really confused and notice that there's stuff going on. So she would take it over.
All right. As you do, you see a new individual.
Well, as if it isn't Mr. Gobstopper Gobblecon himself.
What are you trying to perceive, Eric?
I was just trying to see if I noticed anything wrong with Jin.
Gotcha. Nope.
Ooh.
Oh, Rolly, you there?
Escape the ship.
Oh, there it is.
You escaped the ship before it sailed away.
I'm here. I am here.
Holy shit. How are the others? Are they safe?
Well, depends on your definition of safe.
Do you know where they're headed?
I honestly don't. No, I just barely made it out.
Oh shit.
I do bring news, however.
What?
I fear we are all in danger.
Yeah, what's new? We're always in danger.
Seems like
I look over at Eric and I ask him, do you remember the rogue static knight.
Yes, I remember you talking about them.
Well, I fear you're the next target.
Why me? I am just a holy man.
That part escapes me, but I've seen a little beyond our present, I should say.
And now I have my Kill Bill moment thinking about the fight in the.
You have a recollection. Just previously in the ravine, not necessarily immediately brought in, known to Wolfric, but for the rest of the party to understand immediately what he is referring to, is the combat encounter you guys had briefly where you went and stole from the goblins that stole from Cape Crow. And that mysterious insta-kill moment of the goblins not being able to actually communicate with you before someone silenced subjects. That is the scene in which he is referring. Continue, Eric.
Yes, I remember a being, but I could not see them. They were way too high, and I don't know if they have bad aim, but if they were trying to kill me, they killed a goblin instead.
Well, that's because he wasn't trying to kill you then.
They're just playing with me at this point.
It seems so. I don't know his motives. I do get the feelings, however, that you are next, friend.
Well, I guess
This
that's
is a static guy you're talking about. Sounds dangerous.
Yeah, does that name ring any bells?
So you don't. Static Knight does not ring any bells, but a mysterious figure does make you wonder. But you can act on it.
Did you add it to the list of people that want to kill us?
I pull out like a big list. Like write another name in it.
Are there any names crossed out of this list?
Wow. The Cannibal King, we almost got to cross off, but
Maybe someday.
Add it twice.
yes, brother. There was a giant alligator lizard. I don't know, but he was no match. He ran away. No honor.
I lost your little timepiece. Sorry. I don't know where it went.
Eric just starts looking away.
So you're like,
This is what I was talking about, brother. So careless.
Wait a second. So, let me get this straight. Rolly, you know this guy, and Eric, you know this guy too, but yet the two of you didn't know each other from before.
Yeah, it is kind of weird, isn't it?
So how? And I turn
Well,
to
this is
this new individual, and I
yeah, he's the time wizard I was talking about. That we used to travel with.
I turn to this new individual and just say, "So, how do you know the two of them, respectively?"
Well, one could say time is a line, and I think more time is a knot. And I've been all over. And well, in many instances of this knot coming together, I've met both these individuals, and now we are here in the same future.
That's way above
give me
my
an
head.
insight.
You like time traveled here? Holy shit, Wolverine, that's badass!
Insight.
Yeah, sounds pretty reasonable. Jin, you find this very curious, not because of what's being told, but because you feel as if this connection with your master almost has a purpose entwined. It just feels too odd for two happenstances to occur at the same time.
There's a connection there, I feel.
Of sorts. So, as you guys are all amongst each other, Rolly partially rejoiced with at least the success of one escapee, immediately losing the device in which Wolfric seemed to gloss over with Aramina's grand question of inquisitive skills, bringing together what now seems to be a fairly trackable relationship web had anyone draw one out. What do you all do? As you say, us imaginally take a short rest here in a very safe location. You come to a fresh day. How do you all plan and wish to prepare?
And it was a short rest.
Well, long rest, whatever. You know what I mean. You
You can
guys,
have to level up. You take
yeah.
Well, I'm saying
meditate, make
I
some
use the spell
jewelry.
slot. Like,
All right.
I already refreshed my character sheet, so it's a long
Perfect. There you go. Wiggles, roll me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. $17.
Can you guys hear like a little chant thing going off on my end when I'm not speaking?
No.
Or
I was hearing that like earlier before, like it was super quiet.
Yeah, so
are you summoning
like
Matt
on the
Damon?
corner,
Oh God.
yeah, right, on the corner of the on the corner of the street. I don't know. There's like like Mexican flags up and everything, and pictures of some guy. And there's like a dude with a megaphone screaming and yelling stuff. So not really sure what's happening, but I wasn't sure if you guys could hear it. But it's pretty loud. So that's good. Wiggles, you managed to make 4 tin rings. They just need to be enchanted and embezzled with jewels. Embedded with jewels. Jeez, I'm just mixing up all my words today.
Blaze? I don't know.
You guys haven't seen me yet, right? Actually, I wanted to. I just haven't had the opportunity to meet myself because I keep having to jump in. So, you guys group plan. Well, I do that in just a second. But nonetheless, Wiggles, fuck it. You get 4 tin rings that are ready and primed in your jewelry making downtime. The rest of you guys, what is the plan of attack with this now recent team development and introduction? We all know, I guess I'll lay out some obvious things. We all know Cape Krell is in shambles. You guys raided it. You guys killed raiders that raided it and then took their stuff that was from the raid of it. And then you guys ran off after your friends, which is probably why you didn't make it in time. Let's be honest. You guys were like, let's go loot the city and then we'll save our buddies. But it's okay. Things happen. One came back.
And we got some cool shit.
Yeah, you guys got some cool shit. I mean, that definitely outweighs the difference. The pixie's only like 2 ounces. Totally. Nonetheless.
Without the cool shit, we can't save them. Like, that's
that's a valid point. I like that. But Cape Krause is in shambles. There's no actual town, so there's no services there. You guys saw armies marching north through the Merchant Mile, and then you saw armies going this way. You obviously saw the dispatch of these ones. You're not certain what else is out there, what else is going on and beyond said locations, really. So there is still a sense of caution, though your immediate threats are for sure expunged in that aspect of the goblins, at least in this area, because of your vast knowledge of the location thus far. The most common ground in which was discussed was either heading back to the Hollow or making way north for whatever reason, hoofing it all the way across land like in a Final Fantasy V game to the next location. So, you guys
I was
basically
gonna say to the Wolfrank. I was gonna basically say to Wolfrank.
Hey, now that you're back, You want to head back up to the hollow with us? Probably like the best thing we could do for right now. We could maybe charter a boat, go out to the desert, see if we can find some of our other friends. But you know, I think Bina's got business in town, and we haven't seen Pep in a while.
I believe that's a splendid idea.
Awesome. Yeah, we met his cousin. It's pretty nice.
Whose cousin?
Pep's cousin.
Pep has a cousin.
Yeah, he's got lots of cousins, just like me.
Yes, they met Rep, which was Pep's cousin.
Rap. Nice.
That works at the Jolly Roger. Or the Legacy Squad. So, Mina, Jin, Wiggles, do you guys also agree to the hollow?
The hollow's
Sounds
north,
good to
right?
me.
He's asking you guys.
Yeah.
Or she's asking you guys.
Yeah. Works for me.
I'm just along for the ride.
Wolfric, you do know that the wishbone is on the way.
Okay.
So who leads the pack?
I think
There is
Alex
an
and
exit.
I mean, we know the way. We've traveled this
I mean,
road before.
you know the direction. Yeah, you guys haven't hung out in this part of the woods, but you know going this way, eventually you'll find a path that you pick up on. Absolutely. So, you guys head out. In doing so, I don't think I ever repaired. Oh, wait, boom, we got something. Let me see. World map. We do. Look at that. We got a world map. All right, region map. Look at that. Mina's going somewhere crazy. I don't even remember. I don't even remember what these were. Like your guys' paths or your guys' ground decisions or something. All right. So, for this purpose, we will use Mina's token that I will control. Thank you very much. Narrow.
I don't know why I was
Jeez,
able
why
to
does your thing?
control
Oh,
Mina.
it's because it's a login. It's because I used it as just like a group token, not necessary. It was just the first thing that I had access to. Because it starts with A, and then oh no, it's Mina actually. Huh, interesting. I wonder why. Maybe it was like the first one I uploaded at the time. Nonetheless, so you guys are currently somewhere within this left side of the QS Woods. You guys have always believed it to be called the Quiet Woods or the Silent Woods, which is why they call it QS, because they can never decide between the two. But those who have truly been in and out of these woods know what it stands for. However, you guys do not. Now, there is a chasm that you guys are aware of. You guys originally came down through the Cape Crow, came this way, then went through the ravine, which passed through this chasm, and then came back up this way. You're now probably about here. Did you guys want to go north or south and back around?
Which way's the fastest? Because I literally can't be lost right now.
Respectfully, going north would be the fastest, but none of you guys have traversed further north. You guys know south. So technically, I guess it would be time-wise the same, but where you exit the woods is where you'd have to make up the difference going south, because you'd have to travel up another segment again. However, you would pass the wishbone here, where this way you would either have to come back down or cut straight through. Following the merchant mile is usually the safest route, but also during a time of war, you guys are uncertain what's happening outside.
Yeah, I'd like to stay away from the coast. There's lots of sea captains and the Navy's out. You don't want to be out there when the Navy's out.
I'd
You
prefer
have to
not to be
travel
taken on a ship again.
no matter what.
Yeah, let's go south. Go south and wrap around.
Well, you guys technically crossed through here, so that was a misdrawing on mine. So yeah, it wouldn't be along the entire coast. So yes. So you guys want to go south. You guys head back. As you guys shuffle through, you don't come across any unique happenstance up until the end. As you're passing through there's a particular part that you guys don't recall. There's a ruin up ahead, just off to the right. It looks very vacant. Do you guys wish to investigate?
Always.
We got one vote, Wiggles.
I'm down to investigate.
He's scouting out anything that looks out of place for sure.
Do
We
you
ran
see
into a damn green god before, so like I'm just sticking with anything at
just explore everything. It takes a long
There
time
you
to get
go.
anywhere.
You guys can see this, right?
I can't see it.
Perfect. It ain't nowhere. You guys approach what looks to be a old rundown wooden structure of sorts. I wouldn't call it a shack because it's a decent size. It's probably like a convenience store size, like a half the size of a small 7-Eleven off the freeway or some sort. You look inside and the sun is peering through, no roofed due to obvious decay, but natural canopies of greens and trees and vines coming through. It's a nice day out. Do you head inside? Technically outside, but it's within the wall.
Sprinkles will lead the way.
Sprinkles walks inside and disappears with excitement as there's so much things for them to look at and discover. You just hear them frantically running around, and it sounds like they're hitting like wood doors of some sort. You hear like a clattering and clapping, and then metal, some kind of like dinging sounds of sorts. There's something inside for sure, and it doesn't sound like a combat. It seems more discovery, investigative, I guess. I don't even know what the word would be for a dog.
Mina would
Peek my head inside.
I'd follow you.
I wouldn't go in. I'd like peek in. See what I can see.
Okay. So who just walks in then? And who's peeking in? Mina's just walking in? Or
Yeah, I'll just follow whoever just went in and
Eric will go in there.
Rolly's a bit more cautious.
Okay.
I'd like for everybody else to go in.
Mina and Eric, roll me dexterity checks.
Oh, well, I guess Eric does fear.
Is my screen supposed to show something, or is it just black?
It's supposed to be black for this
Okay,
brief
it's supposed
moment.
to be black. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, real quick, while that happens, what did you roll? There we go. Perfect.
Oh, no.
Wonderful.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
Starting the night
Mina,
off strong.
as
Like,
you and
couldn't give
Eric
me an
go shoulder to
athletic
shoulder
check,
and nope,
I'm s-
walk through, you see Eric fling up as a rope that should have grabbed both of you. Takes only one as Mina accidentally moves out of the way with swiftness. Eric, you get pulled up and you are now dangling above at the center of this building. Give me 1 second to reveal it.
brother. Do you see this, brother? Every time they find trouble, and I am the center of it.
He fell in the trap.
He is stuck up here. Mina's down here. Sprinkles is over here.
Can I
And
attempt
all
to
of you
look for
guys are
more
over here
traps?
on the other side. You guys are
Like,
like
I'm just
peeking
gonna
from within.
completely ignore the fact that Eric is hanging upside down and just go look for more traps.
You are now just aware, as everyone else is just peeking in.
Well, what
You
can
got
I see
Eric
from up here?
dangling. As you're dangling upside down, you can give me a perception check. Mina, you can give me a investigation, and the rest of you guys
Nothing.
can.
I can see nothing. I guess my face is facing the other way.
Oh my god! The rest of you
This
guys
is great.
are
I mean
going to come up
that
with a great
6-1
plan
though
on
is
how to
pretty
cut
crazy.
down. Give me 1 second, real quick, so I can help put my kid down. They just got here. You guys
Like
are
the
great.
odds, 2 1s in a row. Like
Jesus.
That's
You're
incredible.
breaking some kind of record right now.
let me see.
I mean, you're literally dangling
Let's see if I can get
upside
another
down.
one. Oh nope, no more ones. Thank
I
you.
mean, the blood's like rushing to your head. Like you can't see shit. Like.
Oh, that's incredible. I guess I'm your good luck charm, huh?
Yes, brother. I knew it would be good when you came.
Oh shit.
It's a good thing Sprinkles went first.
Right.
Dodged all the traps. See, I'll wait for you to fall and save you. The feather fall.
Nice.
What the fuck? Why does this always happen?
What's that?
No, I just have 12 out of 14 spells prepared, and I don't know why it always. I know I've prepared the correct number of spells, and it's just not ever working.
I gotta go in and pick my damn spells again because it overrode them with that last import for some reason.
I'm just going to manually prepare the spells. I locate on so I can use these ridiculous.
I have magic now.
Magic just gets you in trouble, though.
So much crazy shit have y'all fought, man?
I fought a giant demon.
Oh shit,
Wiggles decided to.
Yeah, we fought like
roast
this
the bear.
eldritch horror fucking gate guard custom shit.
That Rolly also decided
It's
to
definitely
heal.
not in no monster manual.
So Rolly's like, I can heal so well, I'm going to heal the enemy too.
I didn't think about it before I did it. I was like, I cast it as a fireball, and I knew it was like a fire thing. He's like, you know what?
It's
That
just a
heals it.
demon.
We did take it down though. We mangled it up.
That is true, but we may have been able to take it down before it ran away.
That's a bonus. That's really powerful.
This
Mina.
is true.
A bunch of level 7 characters ganging up on something can be pretty bad.
Anything's possible. You get another level out of it. Well, with Mina investigating for traps, you do find that there are 2 more. You find a trap. Yeah. And a trap back here. Both of them seem to be similar traps, though you don't quite understand where they'd be restraining the person to, as you don't see anything overhead, as it's a clear ceiling outside of these very light twigs that are creating a canopy.
I would note that to everyone, and I'd say, hey guys, you might want to watch out for those little spots over there, and kind of like point Exhibit A, Exhibit B, and just kind of like.
And what about this one? You could find traps, yet I am in a trap.
To be fair, you went first. So, someone help me get him down.
I mean, if you know tactics, you gotta clear the room first. Like, alright, dude.
I cleared the bathroom. I have cleared it.
I'm gonna try and get Eric down.
All right. You are like, I mean, you want to just kind of climb up there? Or you want to throw a dagger at it? I want to go.
I could
Crossbow.
Yeah,
fly up there.
we'll try throwing a dagger at it.
Oh God, this never went wrong. You never had a problem with that before. I'll shoot an arrow with a grappling hook at him, I think is what I said, didn't I? I remember this.
Throw another weapon at one of my characters?
Yeah, Wolfric, they also almost killed his other character by themselves without the help of the enemy. So they're pretty lethal.
Boy, did he complete his mission of getting that.
Oh yeah, he was dedicated. So you throw your dagger. Give me a dagger throw.
Jesus Christ.
You chuck a dagger, and it cuts a rope, but not his. You see a vine hit the floor. There goes that dagger, somewhere out there.
It's a fun game. How many you get?
Well, that was a lot less flashy than I thought it'd be.
You have another dagger?
I'm not gonna waste another dagger.
I mend that vine while I'm up here.
You start
Wait, part of the
mending
vine
as part of it's growing back.
I'll fly up there and just use one of my daggers and cut him down.
Alright, as you cut him loose, do you slowly bring him down, or you just let him plop?
I'd try to slowly bring him down.
Okay, yeah, I'll give it to you easy enough. You can easily just boom, hits the ground. It's like a little lovey moment as you hover ever slowly.
Can he do that? I am 260 pounds.
You're also not that far from the ground. You were just caught in the
Okay.
trap, the snare.
Okay. I
so-
look very high in the air.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, but you got to imagine your body's probably what, 8 feet or something like that. So you'd probably be like reaching here, dangling from your foot. You know what I mean?
I am 7 foot tall. Also.
Yeah, 7 foot. So, yeah, I figured that.
Yeah, Gowron could just stand below you and catch you. Like, there's enough of us that we could do it where you didn't get hurt.
So you get down now that people want to work as a team and not use you as a carnival game. And you manage to come back to the crew as you now know of 2 very trappy locations. What do you all choose to do? It looks like it was a old store of some sort.
I see in the picture there's stuff like on the shelves. Is there actually like stuff on the shelves that you can see?
If you look about at the shelves, you see what says like potions, very old labels that are impossible to read. This looks like it was maybe an apothecary at one point or another, based off of the unique growths that you see throughout the structure.
Let's start ritual casting comprehend languages.
Okay.
Whistle a tune and walk my way over there.
All right. Wiggles, what do you do?
I start looking for shiny things.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Jin?
I'd probably be looking for like books or any type of magical items I could find.
Can I do a
Give me an
medicine check?
Arcana check.
With
A medicine check?
with the fact that Jin actually touched me now?
Oh, okay.
I got an 8.
Sure. All right. Oof, you got a 6. You guys are rolling really bad right now.
Oh my
Oof.
god.
My God, man, you guys are just telling me you don't want nothing today. I love it. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna put that back in the bag. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just surprised I'm not proficient in medicine as a cleric.
You chose it.
Are there any
magic? You don't need to know how the body
lying
works.
around?
There's a lot of like basil plants and of the like. There's quite a few sages and different things like that. Nothing of super substantial, but medicinal for sure. And it's all wild grown, so that's what gives you that full understanding that this place was most likely an apothecary, and these are just loose wild seeds that have overcome this now abandoned location, wherever you seem to be. Eric, what are you looking to find?
You know what I'm looking for.
You do sense something behind the counter.
Behind the trapped counter.
Naturally.
It's almost as if they put a trap there on purpose.
Mina, do you know how to disarm traps?
Sorry, I was
This
getting
would
a
be
drink.
fun. I like this game. This
Honestly,
is fun.
I
do
mean,
you
I
have
can try. I'm better at just,
do
and
you have
I gesture with
thieves
like
tools or
my
something?
hand, and just do the little like neck cut thing. I'm like, I'm just better at that. I think I do have thieves tools though. Yeah, I do have a set of thieves tools. So, I mean, is there something that you need picking?
I just need to look at this counter over here.
Yeah,
you
I'll check
said
if
there
it's
was a
trapped.
trap. You said there was trap.
Do you want to try to disable the trap or disarm it?
Sure.
If you go to do that, Rolly's gonna do like a nice like sit stab and bardic inspiration on that roll.
Okay. You get a bardic inspiration to your roll. That's a D8. Give me a sleight of hand, please. Wolfric,
Sleight
what
of
do you do
hand?
as you see this group as you see this group just recklessly walk in? Not only did Eric tell you the group is reckless, he too has been infected by this happenstance of manner. Mina, with ease, it's almost like this trap was falsely placed. Huh.
She's like, I'm not that good at this. Like, nah.
Alright, I'll go search the thing.
As you open or go to attend to one of the drawers, it comes out as a single full panel. These are not three individual drawers, more so than a opening of sorts. In doing so, you reveal what looks to be a tunnel, and you hear, "Get out! What do you do?
How about you get out and come see me?
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
There's
As
just
you
some dude
hear,
living there,
just
like
from the ground, you see like a plume of greenish feathers with no face or body to it, just rushing through this tunnel, coming up toward you. One second. Ooh,
Win.
you manage to move out of the way. As you move out of the way, you all see this like a greenish ball just flip out and then expand into a kobold.
shoot it.
And he's just like, he has these markings of what look to be like a tribal like warrior, though on the very top of his crest there's like a metal band that seems to hold it onto his head. He has a very base kilt looking cloth blocking his lower body, and he has a row of belts where he has a belt with a row of teeth upon it. He looks vicious, small, and angry as he just kind of like hisses in your direction as a whole.
Is the object still on him?
The object is. You see it to lie within the little bulb, the little inlaid gem. Is the word I guess I was looking for.
Little person, what would it take to borrow your headdress?
Chiefs no give headdress.
I
It's
don't want you to
chiefs.
give it. I just want to borrow it.
He looks around the room as you guys all kind of give a stare, I'd imagine. Why are you here? Say again?
What exactly is this thing?
It's a kobold.
It's a kobold.
You've seen some of its kind in Cape Crow. More domesticated than this one, certainly, but nonetheless.
Definitely saw one at the Jolly Roger.
Yeah.
Surgeon General.
Yeah, you guys saw a Surgeon General, absolutely. You saw the prime time AAA version of these guys.
That relates to the character that I shot with the arrow in the grappling hook.
This is definitely its caveman cousin, from the looks of it. He does not seem to be willingly offering his headdress.
I
Sprinkles, get it.
do not want to hurt you. I am just looking for items, and you seem to have said
You
items.
came out of a cloud. How'd you do that?
Sprinkles, give me an attack roll. Sprinkles is going to dive at it. With a nonchalant bite. Oh,
Damn.
nice.
We're just gonna kill it.
Sprinkles flies at it. Sprinkles is like, "Rah!" And you see this character stand there as it comes at it, and you see Sprinkles go right through them, almost spiritually of sense. He stand there and look around the room as if he's trying to come to realize something. He looks toward you, Wiggles, and he spats.
Hey, weak. Hey, useless. Hey, no threats to shift.
Wait, Fae aren't?
That's what he's saying, Faye.
Oh, well, that sucks. For
What do you want?
Fae people.
Leave.
I would like look at you guys and kind of shrug and be like, do you need?
No, I need his headdress.
Oh, we're gonna kill him for his headdress. I like this game.
Wolfric. Wolfric, you're not quite certain what Eric's goal is at the moment.
I would try and intimidate him.
Be like, yeah, maybe you should leave.
Tell him. You want to try to do an intimidation check?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Give me an intimidation check.
There we go. Fuck you.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. He kind of is like, he like sniffs the air in your direction.
And I find new home.
And he begins backing away toward the other end, where there's plenty of openings for him to pass through if you guys allow him to leave.
No, wait.
He looks in your direction as you approach.
I must steal your belongings first.
And then you can go.
I can pay you. You must need money.
No. Money, no, chief. Need. You guys only like whoever's
Need home.
Yes, you guys like, if it doesn't stink, you don't want it. Like, this is how you are, right? Lies. Chief, no stink. You stink. Sand. Fire.
And he starts backing away again.
Please don't make me attack you.
He looks at you dead in the eye.
You challenge, Chief.
If I must, if this is the only way I get your headdress, I guess I challenge Chief.
He looks down and he looks at everyone in the room.
Gentlemen, place your bets.
He starts doing some math in his head assembly. You do favor for chief instead.
Okay, so you don't want to be challenged by me. You would rather me help you.
He looks around the room. Chief, no like odd.
Yes, I think your odds just alone with me were not good.
That one. And he looks across the room at Jin.
What do you want with me?
Strong than you. And he looks at Eric.
But I am stronger than you, though, right? I think we've come to that understanding. But what do you need done?
Chief. Need. Chief. It's like contemplating what he needs at this point. As he's doing that,
You're like, oh, you can just take it off his head. It's like, oh no, I'm the chief. Hey,
He's the captain now.
your problems have been solved.
Need chief.
Rolly, you were going about the shelves after casting comprehend languages, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's trying to see if there's anything of interest in the books or anything labeled, any kind of labels on potions or
So
whatever.
you see a lot of let me see. You see a lot of Elvish here, which is interesting because there's not necessarily a big Elven community for that matter. However, it's all in like old Elven, and it's intriguing because a lot of these are for more of one could say lack of the word existing cosmetic purposes. Definitely a luxury. People would buy for these kind of temporary boons. There's like smell good, kind of like deodorants of sorts and odds and ends like that. You imagine the reason for it going out of business was not due to its lack of stock, as it seems to have plenty of stock still standing on its shelves, being its magical properties never deteriorating. Amongst the books, you see that there's a lot of literature and encyclopedias on plants and locations in which certain things could be found. Most of it is all pretty much on the sense of unique and rare exotic plants and handling them. Wiggles, what did you rolled a 6 or something for your perception, if I'm not mistaken? Wiggles.
Oh yeah, it was a 6 or something.
You got it. You look around for shiny things, and the shiniest thing you see are the literally iron circlets that are on the wood, the decaying wood structures present. A bunch of iron is not much in its weight in jewelry, but there you have it. That is the shiniest object in which you come to find. Then you were going about looking for specifically books.
Yes.
You look across them. A lot of them are in Elvish, which you don't know. However, you do find one that has symbols of celestial and infernal, though the references are to names in said language, like names of known demons or names of known gods or angels, etc. Though the book itself is written in
It's
Elvish.
very, very powerful. So we just like run it, brother.
I would take it.
All right, you take it. Wolfric, are you present? Did we lose you? Because I cannot hear you.
We lost him.
We might have lost him.
I lost them. No worries. Okay. So, nonetheless, that covers. Ina, what were you following up with for the rest of the room outside of disabling that lock during this period of time?
Probably looking to see if I could find any herbs that I could use to make like poisons.
Okay.
I would point out that I found books that a lot of the things about lots of different things. I would look in the books to see, like, I would look in the glossary and see if there's any harmful, things that they have here.
There is a plentiful. You basically find an entire mediocre's guide. So it's not beginner, but it's not super advanced, but it's a mediocre's guide, and it does have a handful of unique items that can be made. I will generate that list in just a second for you. It is part of a PDF system that someone homebrewed that I think is really good, in which we will be using for potion crafting, blending, etc., and those other purposes. Give me a second to grab the.
You hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. You are
God.
Loud and clear.
Anyways, I was
catch us
gonna,
up, good sir.
I was just gonna say I'm kind of observing all their mannerisms and everything's exactly as I remember. Correct?
Yes,
Okay, that's what I'm doing in the back, and I'm taking notes.
you got it. As you pull out your notebook, it is different than the one in which Rolly is familiar with. Just for Rolly's FYI, because you had that notebook out every time you were always taking notes.
Oh yeah.
And it is a more very fancy notebook of sorts that has this
You got your book
unique.
back.
Oh yeah, there you go.
How'd you get the book back?
Well, perhaps for another time.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you found it. I mean, it's like we were looking for that for like months. Got like 2 gang fights.
It's as important to me as Gowron is to you, so yes.
Yeah, I remember.
I would have Gowron take some of these books with us.
You got it. So
Bring along some stuff,
started-
whatever we can find.
Very nice. In the war room, I uploaded a PDF, potion brewing and ingredients gathering. The catalog in which you found unlocks all of the uncommon recipes on page 4 to the top of page 5, which is ink, invisible ink, lesser potion of mana, midnight oil, oil of slipperiness, potion of fire breath, potion of animal friendship, potion of growth, potion of resistance, in which you decide, and potion of water breathing. So I guess fire breath would be that, and slippery would be the only mischievous. Maybe midnight oil, but nonetheless, a beginning catalog of choice. So you guys have access to that. You guys can review it, learn it, and then ask questions on, execute it when necessary. But you are gathering materials. In the meantime, I will generate those for you based off of that. I will create the little roll tables and we'll pop them into Discord. All right, Mina?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Meanwhile, Eric. Chief figures it out. A light bulb moment occurs. An epiphany. Goes, let you. Now. You owe later.
Oh, okay, this is agreeable.
He puts his hand out, which has these nicely, very sharpened claws. In a non-aggressive manner, but nonetheless, you do recognize that glintness to the tips.
Like, he wants to shake my hand?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I reach my hand out.
Cast shocking grasp and
As you shake his hand, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, good sir.
Jesus Christ.
Wolf,
Oh God, I was joking. He really is gonna do that.
You witness another time signature. Now, where to everyone else it's a blink of an eye, to you, it's like a phased moment where time itself pauses. Your life goes negative. You have a shock, and there's a stillness where you see what is about to happen, but you can't do anything about it. Before you, a deal with the demon has been made. You do not know the demon's specialty. You do not know the demon's name. You do not know the demon at all. Before you, there is now an agreement. Time comes back. Eric,
I just made
you
it.
feel this shock go through your body where it's almost like where it could have been a sting. You see that the emblem of what would be the static knights upon your person is now almost corrupted in a sense where there's like this growth happening upon it, though it looks alive, animate, over any symbol embodied upon your person. And he goes, yeah. And he takes off his top piece and presents it to you.
I take it. I mean, that's what I came for. I mean,
You take it. What do you do with it as it's in your hands? It is borrowed for the agreement. What do you do?
I guess show it to Wolfric because I mean, this is part of my original mission.
Explain to Wolfrig your intent as he is a bit distracted.
I'm trying to complete this object, I guess, right?
You're trying to locate the pieces in which you found signatures residing in other pieces. For you, Wolfric, that means Eric has already passively has already begun a
Getting what I was
vital
looking
task.
for. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. Eric, you kind of see me kind of glitch out, dude. Just straight up lag.
Oh no. No.
Give me an Arcana check, though, if you can.
It's like the YouTube like loading symbol.
Like it goes down and like says. Very nice. As you look upon it, you absolutely can identify the pieces, the inlaid gem, and you can easily probably replace it and replicate it long enough to break ways, though Eric is still tied to the individual themselves. You'd at least get the piece in question.
I'm gonna instinctively kind of reach out for it. And Eric, you notice as my hands kind of go right through yours and the item.
Okay, I guess I take the item out.
You kind of Baymax. Let me get that for
What
you.
is this item?
Reach forward. Say that again, Roller.
It's like, what is this item?
Oh,
Bring it out into the world.
right. Yeah. As you grab it out, Eric, how do you guys go about replacing it at all, or do you just take it out?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, we had to replace it, yeah, with something.
So what do you do?
I still can't touch anything, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So it's kind of like
I mean, I've
hands are.
got lodestones, I've got quartz, like anything.
Now you tell
Any-
me what you want to use.
I'm saying, what's the most closely resembling it?
magnets?
You got like any of them. You have one size fits all kind of vibe going right now. You just look in
Okay,
your
so
pocket and you're like, how
I
fucking
use
convenient.
the quartz, yeah.
All right,
So
you
I
replace
got
it with
that
a
off
quartz. It has a bit
of
more
something.
glimmer to it. Okay.
It's got more
You
glimmer
guys
to it,
see,
so I rough it up a little bit.
So you rough it up a little bit. As you rough it up a bit, Wiggles, you see Eric attempting to jewelry make apparently this headband. Do you lend a hand? Wiggles.
Can I mend it?
Well, I don't need you to mend
Hmm.
it because that wouldn't be good for
Technically, no. Yeah. So you are skilled in jewelry making, so you could assist him in making it a much more presentable piece.
Okay, I'll help him.
All right. As you do so, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand, please. Rolly, give me an insight check as you look at this kobold. Same for you, Mina and Jin.
Natural 20.
Beautiful. You see
Nice.
Wiggles go upon it. He throws a rag over it. He slaps it around, does a little quick polish, a little wipe here, a little wipe there. You think he spits on it. You're not even quite sure what it was. And he slaps that on top of it.
Hey.
He removes the rag, and it looks like the exact thing. You think he literally put the thing back in, but the piece is within your hand. It's damn impressive. With such, it looks very passable. Eric, as you bring it back to this individual, this homo named Chief, Mina, Jin, Rolly, there is something not sinister, but intent with it. It's as if you will be seeing them again. But for what means? Eric, as you present the headpiece back, Chief puts his head out, expecting you to place it back upon him. Do you do so?
No, I hand it to him.
You hand it to him as he looks up and he's like, "No understand, Chief." He puts his hand down, he takes it, and he puts it back on his head. He tilts his head like he's testing the weight. Chief approve. We see again. He stares at you, waiting for affirmation.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes, we do. He kind of slides out of a little hole from the building and dips.
Now that he's gone, I want to check out his hole.
You go down his hole. It looks to have a small little hoard at the base of it. You do find 3 gems. They are all rubies, and they are all valued at 100 gold apiece.
Nice.
It's just wealth reappropriation.
Jin would like a word. By all means, RP. Oh, wait. Who was talking for who? Now I'm confused.
I kind of got lost there too.
I know.
So wait. Who's in the chat? Type in as who. Who's asking for Eric?
Yeah, that's Jin's
That was
asking
me.
for Eric.
That was me.
Okay. Go for it, Jin.
So I go have a conversation with Jin.
All right.
What's up,
Here.
Jin?
You are a cleric, right?
I am.
Like all you know about it.
Ambassador may have cursed me.
Well, let me try something to see if it's a curse. And I'll use remove curse. And touch him.
As you put your hands upon Jin, you do feel some kind of sense embodying his physical aspect. In doing so, it breaks. It pulls withdrawals. You feel a seep, almost as if you were cleansing him. Curse is removed. Then, though you are still missing that pool of HP, you do regain your maximum. You don't know what the curse was, but it has been lifted, and you no longer feel this constant hold currently upon your.
Doesn't look like he's gonna shit himself anymore. He's gotta look like that for a whole day.
So he's at 57 of whatever his maximum was.
He's like a 72.
That's what I'm saying, about 57 of his 72. Is what-
Yes.
Would I sense any of that? What was that called? The four that had cursed Jin.
Yes. So you don't know if it was. He
Oh,
heard.
okay,
Jin
that's right.
heard the
That's right.
term. Yeah.
But would I have sensed any, like any markings of something
No.
familiar?
No. You would have seen something interesting occurring between the two of them, but the time signature was the moment of that connection. What happens afterwards has no correlation with what occurs here,
Cool.
which makes it more curious as to why it had to happen in the first place.
Okay.
Jen, as you feel this relief, you now feel almost yourself again. Now you imagine it's going to take a little rest for you to fully recover, but you no longer feel the pressure of your master. Though you are still not free, the hold is removed.
Thank you, Eric. I feel like
it's
I'll have to worry about him in the future.
yeah, it's no problem. I finally been able to do something for this party. I am still wondering why that little goblin will never let these people drop.
I like counterspell to remove curses.
Oh my god.
You're such a
I won't do that.
Well, maybe this isn't the role that you needed. Oh man, that's too
Yeah,
funny.
I mean the problem is you would win that if you passed all those counter spells because we have the same amount of spell slots.
All right, so Chief is gone. You guys have gained some valuable information, some valuable assets, some rubies, some removed curses, and
Some
one trap
l-
disabled,
l-
one trap triggered.
and one loss of myself.
Well, we'll see. Who knows really what happened? But you shook a hand to something.
Oh man.
You guys want to like chill here for a minute, or you gone right away?
I don't have much time. I think we should make way.
Yeah, so
I
I
would like
guess head towards.
Load up Gowron with like whatever else I found and some herbs and stuff. And I make my way to the exit.
The fuck? Like Gowron's like your pack mule?
Yeah, you can write that in your backstory. It's like you have an extra character like in every combat, and you get a pack mule. Like, just write one in your backstory. Anybody can do that.
like
True.
this is like Skyrim. You just drop items, tell Warstag
You know,
to pick it up, so you have unlimited freaking storage.
you want to make a portable hole, you get a portable Gowron.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man. So you guys head out and come across the Merchant Mile. It is barren, quiet, destroyed and distraught through much travel. Lots of travel has come through here. It's almost as if there was like a stampede of sorts. You guys come about yonder, right about to approach the wishbone. Before you do notice two things. Outside of the path already splitting, going right or east would lead you to Hollow. Going west, northwest, would lead you through the Silver Wolf Woods. Now, for informational purposes, Rolly's home is in yonder, here in the desert. You guys were here previously when you saw the ship leave. It was going in this general direction. It was going bloop, bloop, bloop. Whoops, I didn't put my pencil there. It was going this way. And I draw a mini boat in a single line. Oh, no, that has to be taller. Ooh, a little small stock, but that'll do. That's not bad. There you go. It looks more like a steamboat, but whatever. You get the picture. So the boat went that way. And such. You are now presently here, making your way to the hollow. As you approach the wishbone, Wolfric, is there any preparation you'd like to go prior, or you just wish to approach?
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Detect Magic.
Okay, you cast Detect Magic. The rest of you guys who aren't immediately familiar with this location, it looks to be now at this point a much more barren trading post where traders would come and pass by. It was a particular hot spot for exotic goods that weren't allowed to be traded within the jurisdictions of the actual cities and settlements. As you arrive, you see a small row of tents. You see some merchants at one far end, and when you come around the corner, you would see a blacksmith and another arrangement of tents at the end of it all. This being the wishbone. How do you all wish to proceed? You do see current merchants out and about, mingling, discussing, etc.
How distracted are the merchants?
You head to the first merchant you see. The rest of you guys.
I cast locate object again.
Okay. As you, it's 1,000 feet. You do not sense one unknown to you already. So there's no new presence of one here. Jin or Mina, as you guys walk in, it does look to be a typical trading post. It looks very barren for what you'd imagine to be usually very high traffic. What was interesting is nobody saw any military anywhere in sight. Not in the distance, no fires, no more pillaging, no more rummaging. They couldn't have all fitted on that single boat. Where'd they all go?
Mina would take a look at to see if anything is labeled, if there's any brands or specific I guess merchant guilds that are brandishing.
There are no callouts.
Okay.
Everything's kind of hitting where banners would be. There's towels thrown over it. You imagine during the tense times there might be questionable loyalties, etc.
Okay.
Looks like there's
Charming Roy.
Or was it a counter charm? I've just got a counter charm going. Because there's no funky business going on as we approach.
Oh, it's like a persistent thing. Oh, during the time.
I can just do it a reaction, so yeah, I'll just be strumming a little tune and it'll protect us.
Cool. Got it. Go ahead, Rolly. I apologize.
Business. I would be following Mina.
Got it.
Mina got run. Everything. Trying to keep my radius of my charm going. Stay.
You got it.
Approach. And kind of be more cautious, knowing that there's no we haven't run into any guards or anything yet, so it would be
gotcha.
Kind of on guard. This is kind of weird.
Wolfric.
I was gonna say
it's technically a 30-foot range, I think, for detect magic, so it's not the strongest.
Yeah.
But you do know when you walk up to particular moments and huts and whatnot that you'll pick up a sense. As you guys traverse immediately through the Wishbone encampment, here you see what looks to be a closed vendor. The entire tent seems to be closed off. There's nobody in the what would be window. You're not sure if it's one of these over here that you see Wiggles making a conversation with. And then you see a couple wagons stationed here. The wagons immediately up here look to be live-in type wagons, where one could say has made it their home to be on the road and travel. With such, you see 3 of them, 2 on top of what looks to be the second floor of theirs, where the other is at the steps going into it, and they seem to be having a gander chat about how quiet it's been. What you overhear is, "Oh yeah, I say, I gone down all those ways and I didn't see not a single goblin. How weird is that? Well, you know what I saw? I saw a deer and it was alive. Isn't that some weird stuff too? Oh boy, I tell you, that's some weird aloof. I don't know. Oh, well, some customers. Hey, get you some of your jerky, Bob. We'll see if you got any of that good. Oh boy, we might drink it. We won't tell him. Hey, folks. They wave at you down.
These guys look like they may have moonshine on them. Something tells me my goblin senses are tingling.
We should go introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably got some good booze.
All right, you guys pop over. How do you begin your conversation?
What do you got for sale? Why you're all alone? Kind of dangerous, don't you think?
No, we got
As a goblin like walks out of the woods, the trees are speaking.
we got blacksmith right there, and he'll smack one of you. Oh wait, you're not all goblins. You capture one, and you make him talk for you too. Oh hey, you see that? Oh yeah, I see that. Oh,
Now
tricks you
we're equal
know.
opportunity employers here.
That goblin talking freely, I think. Oh boy, he ain't. He don't look like those goblins though, does he? You guys hear another voice coming around the corner. Kind of pops out from from the south, from the south west southwest area over here, and he walks over this way. And he looks like he's a smithy of sorts, covered in suit, and he looks very sweaty. Oh, we're kind of all that's left that made it out here after the raid, but you all look like there's a bigger pickle. You didn't see no goblins out there either, huh? Other than, I guess, you.
We killed the fuck out of them.
Oh, we thank you for that. We probably only killed 2 or 3 stragglers when we got lucky. Not to say we couldn't kill more, but, taking our businesses with us, we couldn't risk anything coming back. It was more of a guarantee moment, one could say. Welcome to the Wishbone. Hasn't been this understaffed in some time. Normally it's a hotspot of trade. Daily, weekly, nightly. Very safe most times. But I will say out there, it's just been very bare, cold, and that seems more unsafe than goblins trying to murder you sometimes. Cat's got your tongue.
Well, I'm glad you guys survived. The whole village is wiped out down there. Not good.
Yep. Lost my cousin Butch. Poor guy.
I'm trying not to make the butcher joke.
I'll tell y'all what, you guys can stay here for the night. Where y'all headed?
We're going up to the hollow.
Oh. Ah, that's dangerous travel, whether or not you're actually looking for trouble. What brings you to the hollow? You gotta know it's dangerous.
We're at the circus. I gotta constantly dig up there, It's not bad. Just get used to it. The hustle and bustle's a bit much, but gotta call someplace home.
That's a new one. I don't think I've heard that before. Well, okay. Tell you what. We'll let you a cart. How you gonna cross the bridge? You must have heard the rumors. Creatures aboard? Are you taking the river?
But I know which way is the way we were.
So you guys came from the ravine, or what they call the river, with that bridge, and that was considered the safer route because you guys literally witnessed the freaking shadow dragon appear from above, which you guys imagine.
Oh yeah, we don't want to go
lives on
across
the
that bridge. Fuck that bridge.
Yeah, there's a dragon at the bridge, so yeah, fuck that. We're going the other way.
Well, that's actually easier for us because we don't have to go as far. We could lend you a boat if you wish to go island hopping a bit, or that'll probably get you moderately where you try to. Well, the bridge really. It's not as close as, I don't know where you came from, but from this route, probably about 4 island links, and islands aren't too terrible, would you say? You know them to just be small land masses. You do have to take a rowboat through in open water. There are rumors of sea creatures and whatnot that come after woolly travelers, but you know those.
We've seen merfolk like attack the bridge too, and we've seen.
Yes, you absolutely
Yeah,
saw
there's like
merfolk
there's
attack
a
the
whole
bridge.
shit tons of like merfolk out there, dude. We're not going, no, not going in a boat. We're by land.
So then, how you went across the same bridge? You said you saw a dragon.
Well, we have someone who can fly, you see.
Where is it we will be dropping you off then? As I am a bit confused on your tactics of arriving at the Hollow, if it's not by sea, by land in the north, or by land in the south.
What's the catch with the boat? This is going to give us a boat. Why would you do that?
Oh no, it'd be a rowboat. We don't mean a full boat. A rowboat to get you between the islands, to the bridge.
I mean, are you coming with or?
Absolutely not. There's just rowboats there. Old
I'd say
smugglers.
public ones.
Smugglers been dead. I imagine the boats are still present.
Well, thanks for the tip.
You could also just walk out
Yes.
there yourselves. Does anyone object to these ideas, or does the rest of your group have considerations of what they're interested in too? Wolfric, you moving closer?
I'm like half listening to what the conversation that's going on, but I'm more intrigued about what they're wearing, and are there any sigils on the banners around that I recognize?
So you don't see any sigils and banners, but on this on this specific individual that's been speaking, you do see like a what looks to be a very dark mark of like hidden partially, maybe not necessarily a tattoo, but a garment underneath that has some kind of patch and some sort of sigil beneath it.
Okay. Rolly, a word?
I would just pop into your head and be like,
Yeah, what?
best message. You just have to whisper. You can whisper it back, and then I can hear it that way. Like nobody else can hear it.
So I'd definitely be whispering. I don't fully trust these people. However, do what you think is best. I'm with you 100%.
I would basically reply back.
Yeah, I don't really trust these guys either. I don't know how to get their drift at all, really.
Can I
Mina,
get
give me
an
a perception
insight
check.
on? Okay,
Oh yeah,
I
give
guess
me an insight
perception
and a
2?
perception.
Okay.
Yeah, give me both.
Yeah, an insight on these guys to see how like legit they seem. All right, first I'll do the perception. Oh my god! Okay.
He's like, yeah, go down to my free boats, and like, you know.
Sitting
And
Don't
here
get
my
killed by the
side.
dudes that I have waiting there for you. Like,
Yep, they're real. They're legit. They're
so
telling the
sitting
truth.
sitting here on the cart, you swear you see a drop. This distraction prevents you from taking in this individual who has been speaking on behalf of the populace here.
Can I attempt to sneak over to it? Like, kind of like.
Sure, give me a stealth check.
he's dead. He's already dead.
Yeah, easy enough. You get over and it is absolutely a drop. On it, you see a very intricate M. Does it stand for Mina? Does it stand for them?
I'm going to attempt to swipe it.
Easy enough. They don't seem to be focusing on you for whatever purposes
Cool,
and reasons in this
cool.
moment. As you do grab it, it seems very light. It's as if there's some kind of, say, wand-ish like type item. It's not, you don't know what it is inside, but in the sense of it, it seems to be long, very thin, cylindric, and light in hand.
I'll pocket it for now and take a look at it later.
You got it. As you do so, you come back. Wolfric, you notice that this individual, their speech, they're from somewhere more proper, probably somewhere along the lines of Gilderwin.
Oh, I'll just shout out to him. Where are y'all from?
I'm not from Vanqui, if that's what you're asking. Esperia. And you?
Well, where I come from is no importance to this conversation. What I'm looking for is a certain group of people. Something with regards to a son.
Kind of cracks his neck, and he does a head nod, and everybody gets up. These guys jump off from their carts. Two behind you gets the tents, kind of tense up. Two more come out from the woods around here from the back end. They don't necessarily look overly menacing. They don't look like they're about to come and start swinging, but they're called to attention. Something tips them off. Here, response. Oh, what? He pulls down his like trouser top, and you see this black kind of inked mark patch that's on top of another clothing article beneath it. That's this black pitched out sun.
Looks like I'm
Are
in
you
the
coming
right
on
place.
behalf of our services? Say it again.
I said, it looks like I'm in the right place.
Sorry. Yes, I got Wolfric. What was that, Rolly?
I don't want to from the flesh. Does that mean anything? A black sun tattoo. I've seen that before.
You know what, Rolly? I'm not one. Mina, you absolutely recognize the symbol as the black sun. Rolly, do you have that in your backstory at all? I'm not 100% certain if you mentioned it. For the moment, I will say no, but I will correct it if I catch something in there that I was mistaken on. But Rolly and Wolfric, Mina and Wolfric, you do understand it to be the Black Sun. Mina, you know it to be a very prestigious guild to work for. Wolfric knows it to be a whole nother thing entirely. How do you guys respond?
I would just kind of be like extra cautious at this point and just like kind of be constantly looking to my surroundings to make like just in a just kind of every couple seconds slowly checking my corners essentially just to make sure that we're not getting totally snuck up on.
Okay. Rolly, who are you messaging to?
I would think that I could potentially sense like the change in mood like after he did that. Like people reacted, so I kind of see like Mina like look at the tattoo. I would quietly put a message.
Did you? What did that tattoo mean?
How much like can I respond? Like, is it limited or is it?
Yeah, it is.
25 words.
It's like a tweet.
I would just respond hashtag no. I would say Rolly, if you know what this symbol is, you should know that we have to be careful. I'll explain more later.
You do get a sense of urgency in the sense of Mina's warning. Jin, Wiggles, you both absolutely read the room. You do see the language. Is there any actions either of you would like to take in whatever stances you wish to declare?
I'd probably
Did
be
I
asking
manage
Rolly
this?
and Mina if they're friends of theirs, or if we should be worried.
Okay. What's up, Wiggles?
Did I manage to get anything from the merchants?
They are not merchants, apparently.
They're gonna kill us.
As they seemed more in what you had offered for trade than what they were offering you. Though not to say there is not wares to be had. Is there any preparation you take with this knowledge?
I'm gonna back up a little bit. Everybody seems kind of tense.
All right.
Excuse
Yeah,
Wiggles for the
anybody can read that, yeah, for sure.
Eric, you approach the group as Jin throws a question toward Mina, asking if you are colleagues.
I would just reply and say, not directly, no. I haven't worked with them before, but I'm aware of their reputation, so to say.
Well, if you know ours, then what's your calling? Huh? Your mark. Let's see it. You have just recently required an M.
Required a what?
You required Marcus's mark off of the item, off of the drop you just grabbed.
Oh.
Though it's not yours, they aren't aware of that. But you don't, unless you have another calling. Do you have your own like calling card that you would use to expose yourself? You know, like that's like just your ID basically.
I would just pull out like a crumpled. At this point, it'd probably be kind of crumpled up because I haven't had a chance to like get a new one. But a rose petal, a crumpled up rose petal, and just kind of like hold it in my hand and let it kind of drop to the floor.
I'm gonna cast minor illusion and make like a little whirlwind of rose petals around you.
Aww.
Is that the wilted dandy? Are you sick, or is that supposed to mean that you make people sick? You know, I am feeling a bit wheezy with this weird conversation. Ah, wait. Redhead, fair skin. Ah. You're like that damsel that kills people, aren't you?
Maybe. I kind of like put my hands up like behind my head, kind of like I'm in a almost relaxed pose.
Okay.
And just say,
I drop the spell and the rose petals will all die.
Maybe not, though. Who's to say?
Interesting. Very interesting. Here's what I can tell you. Is maybe we got business we can offer, you know. The goblins have destroyed the town. We've got ideas. We need more people. You lot look to be lost. You're interested in going to the Hollow? Perhaps you can go to the Hollow with more intentions than your own.
What are you offering?
Well,
What's your intention?
What do they call that? An initiation of sorts. You honor us, we help you get to the Hollow. But when you get to the Hollow, you let us know happenstances of particular individuals in which we'll provide more information then for.
Mina kind of raises her eyebrow, and there's a ever so slight grin on her face as she just says, "You've certainly piqued my interest a bit."
Well, what's happening to your friend there? As he points out behind you, and to all of your guys' attention, Wolfric starts to flicker. For the first time, being in your presence, it does not look to be of human nature, as this like image before you just and vamps out. This orb appears. Roly, the orb, falls to the ground. Nina. Eric quickly moves forward and goes to scoop it up. As Eric scoops it up, Roly, you see and now realize a connection of what happened to that orb. As Wolfric
You stole it,
appears.
you bastard. I knew I didn't lose it.
Well, if
So-
I have it, wouldn't that mean you lost it?
Whatever. We're both freaking. I don't give a shit anymore.
So, for moving forward purposes of understanding, Wolfric has a hard timeline with his new responsibilities of being a father. So, this is his cue in and out of his presence with us. So, for the next hour, he will most likely not be with us. But we do thank you for joining us and coming back to be with us in the future.
Yes, sir.
Back.
Trying
Thank
to
you for joining.
knock the rust off. I appreciate y'all let me back in and
I thought Wolfric was dead for good.
This is a
Absolutely.
really cool way to like bring it back too. Like that's really creative. I like it a lot. I think it's really cool.
Thank you. Wait till you
Yeah,
see what we
yeah.
have planned.
Oh yeah. It's been fun. All right.
All right.
You guys have fun,
So,
man. I'll
Wolfric
catch you guys
bounces.
next.
Thank you, good sir. As Roly, you realize that you were bewindled, and Eric is now in possession of the orb. Mina, this quick disruption leaves you a little vulnerable as you then take focus back upon this person. And he goes, "You know what? I'm actually even more curious now. Definitely interested in that one. So what do y'all
Not for
say?"
sale.
I imagine they have their right at saying it. We'll just wait till they come back. Whenever that is. I'm a patient man. But in the meantime, we can work out other negotiations. Like this hollow trip.
Hey, your sponsors.
If we're to be working together,
Our
what's
sponsorship fee is pretty high, you know.
What would we call you going forward if we're to do business?
Names. Titles. Let's see. I like making these on the fly. There we go. We'll call it the Brimstone.
All right, Mr. Brimstone. She gives like a light smile again, and say we are interested. At least I myself am. I kind of like quickly look to everyone else and just say I'm not really sure necessarily about them all, but like I said, you've certainly piqued my interest. So
Well, incentive payments, or this fancy word of sponsorships. I like that. I'm gonna use that myself, if you don't mind, Goblin. What would you say
No
your
charge.
sponsorship fee is?
I mean, depends on what the job is, I suppose, but the more
Well,
you
I
give us,
told
the more
you.
we can get your name out there. That's what you said you wanted us to do. Right?
No, absolutely wrong. I said I wanted you to go out there, and I will provide you names for you then to give me information on.
Seems
Oh
simple
boy.
enough.
He wants you to spy.
I thought it was simple until somebody thought that they wanted to spread my name, which is the exact opposite of what this operation is about. Secrecy. Everyone gets it. Spies. Though I like to say information passing.
Spies use code names, though.
That's why I'm Brimstone. And you
Call me Bella.
Bella. Pleasure of doing business. The wilted flower. I will remember you. And the rest of you all. I assume you are in agreement with your Bella on what it is we are doing. We offer you passage to the Hollow. You, well, take care of things when we request taking care of. Anyone
This
disagree?
is bird at me now. Wouldn't it be easier just to kill them?
That seems rather foolish.
Unbeknownst to you, in the way of their structural logic, Eric, it aloofs you. You may never understand this party. Anyone else object? Jin?
It depends on the payment.
Well, he asked you guys how much. And then Rolly said depends on the job, which he did give you guys the details of, practically.
Rolly.
A job like this sounds like it requires a certain skill set. With that
Yes.
in mind, I feel like, and I look to Rolly, when you said that our price is fairly high, I feel like that would be pretty accurate in this circumstance. I kind of whisper in Rolly's ear, "You're a much better merchant than I am. What are good prices?" I've usually had this shit figured out for me.
Well,
You know,
hang on a figure.
we're at least a full stack, and at least a barrel of your finest. It's going great for something like this.
All
1,000 gold.
On the cart, I'll give you a barrel of shine. And, say a expense of 750 coin. You imagine he means gold.
Barrel.
Upon
Make it a new line, and we'll call it all today.
for
Offer my
9,
hand out to
you give me the first name as a complimentary service of loyalty.
Yeah, that's fire. You do that.
9 it is. He does another head nod to an individual behind you at one of the tents here. And you just see him pull out 3 little sacks, and you imagine they're each 300 apiece. He then provides you a cart, a horse to pull said cart. You guys should all be able to fit on it. We'll say 2 horses and a large enough wagon with a barrel of shine, which is a form
Oh
of
yeah.
what would be
We got
American
money. We got money and booze for not killing these guys, basically.
But we could still kill
We could get more, is what he's saying.
Now, is there any other negotiations you find yourself needing? Or are we in understanding?
can't say we're suddenly in an understanding.
Well, I'll be known when you arrive. So don't try anything funny. We'll give you 5 days. After that, we'll come looking for you. To make sure you're okay, of course. We do care about our associates.
And to clarify, we'll receive further instructions when we make it back to the home.
Indeed. Brimstone will be in touch.
Very well, Brimstone. Pleasure doing business with you.
There's a simple head bow, kind of wavers off everyone, and they all go back to their stead of relaxations and busybody moments of nothingness. You guys now have a wagon, a supply of shine, and your own belongings with 2 horses to pull you forward. You guys are now able to move much faster across the continent, which is a huge boon that you have never had before.
We got a car.
But you guys are now going to be responsible for the wheat up cost, the wheat locationing, all the needs,
The insurance,
the
oil changes.
The wheels.
Okay,
Don't forget the wheels.
Yeah.
Wheels. I mean, there's a shortage of wheels right now. They do warn you as you guys leave. The Brimstone goes, oh, and one more thing. Try not to break the wagon wheels. There's been some higher end thieving than even we would take credit for. There's a shortage. If you see another wagon, I'd take it out.
Noted.
Whatever that may mean.
I mean, I could seriously just sit there, no matter how much time we need, and just mend our own wheels.
You could. Not everyone else has been so lucky, okay? There is a wheel shortage currently.
Oh, I know where the wheels are. Meta.
You guys can basically go all the way to the bridge with the cart and attempt to cross it, and then or you guys can go down to the coast, follow the rough rocks to the bridge and attempt to pass it, but then the wagon can't do anything good because you have to travel up through the cave system, which is non-cart favorable.
Yeah. Like we're taking the Dragon Bridge.
Hell yeah.
On by now. They're probably strong enough to kill it now. We leveled up.
That's the confidence we need. There we go, folks. That's what we needed. That's all we needed. All right. So, as you guys are heading up on this grand wagon path, whom is leading this wagon? Like, who's here? Charge us.
I'd be like up on Gowron's shoulder, just like keeping an eye out on the distance. There's nobody else
I'd be
coming down the
watching
road.
behind us.
All right. We got people looking behind us. We got people looking in a 360 point of view from the shoulders of their ally. Anyone else? Who's literally controlling the cart?
Just get the
Any of us are. You are
That's
the
why
one with
why
half
you need a paladin.
proficiency in anything.
Like half of the people like hire a horseman.
So the horses.
Does Gowron have any animal handling?
I mean, actually, you know what? Gowron is really good at animals.
Let's see. I have not looked at his sheet in some time.
I have written that in part of his story. I don't remember what it did. There's like a anecdote in my backstory about him calming down some like seagulls or
He's
something.
at a plus. He has a +1.
Awesome.
He's not like mind blowing.
It's as good as I am.
Yeah. So really, you guys okay? So you guys get the wagon out by leading the horses to the road, and you guys are now standing right outside the Wishbone. ready to head on adventure as you all stand there staring at each other. Who's driving the cart?
+2 if nobody else does.
Do it.
There you go. Bam.
Alrighty.
18.
There you go.
Easy enough. You assist the team in getting on yonder, getting the cart going as you guys traverse through. You guys begin. Now, as you were going, is there anything any of you wish to discuss in the meantime?
Mina would nudge Rolly and say, so you know how you asked about those guys we met back there? Those guys are known as the Black Sun. They're a pretty prestigious organization to work for within my world. Not someone you really want to piss off or fuck with.
No wonder they didn't need any guards.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. They probably killed them all, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, they're the only ones that survived of that whole village that fucking got massacred, so yeah, they're probably pretty strong.
It's probably a good thing we didn't raise the tensions any higher.
Maybe they'll open up some doors for us once we get back up to the hollow. Yeah.
Honestly, this might be a pretty lucrative endeavor. We might be able to make quite a bit of money here.
Is there anything the rest of you guys have on your minds or would like to do in this brief? So imagine it to mean a short rest if for any reason anyone needed it.
Kind of want to take a short
In this moment. So it is an honored short rest based on the simplicity of the travels.
At some
for
point,
downtime purposes, go ahead.
Oh, at some point, sorry, I was gonna say, like, while we're riding, Mina would take a look at the item that she swiped and like pop it open and see if like what she can get from it, what's in it and stuff.
I'm charging extra for driving the horses.
You guys are your individual here has a taxing fee as you guys are lounging about upon said cart. Going forward, you examine this particular package, and you realize something interesting about it. There isn't so much a lick of evidence of whom or what its intention is, though there is a very intricate code present. Do you attempt to crack it?
Yes.
Go ahead and give me a. What did you use for cracking a code? Let's do insight.
As we're traveling, I'm just constantly casting meds so our cart never gets broken.
Oof. Nope.
All right. You got it. So, well, that's a no, obviously. So there's that. Anything else? Anyone wishes to address? Jen, what are you doing in this meantime?
Taking a short rest. I don't know how long it's been.
I know, it's still like a downtime opportunity is what I'm offering.
Can't think of anything right now. Probably just watching out for people, make sure we're not being followed.
You got it. Go ahead and drop me a perception. You take a gander around your surroundings. You guys see a thicket coming up. Nothing new. You guys have gone through a couple little canopies and whatnot. As before you, this path leads through such thicket. You do seem to see the coast from here. You're about probably around 120 or so feet high off of the water surface, and there's some activity going on below. Nothing of over significance, like there's no like crazy combat or anything like that, but you do see a couple of winged creatures duking it out with other species. You're not quite certain if they're merfolk or some other kind of subnautic type of species in any sense, but there is a commotion nonetheless. Otherwise, as the thicket comes to a overhead covering, Wiggles, will you give me a perception check?
Crap. 15.
You notice up ahead there is a roadblock. There is looks to be not just what would be stone on one end that would be easily avoidable, but there is a massive dead tree collapsed before it. As you approach, it is not something one can easily ride past or through. If you wish to proceed.
How big's the tree?
It is 1 second. I am preparing that visual for you because I am so
Tree's gonna get suplexed.
next. Boom, 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 boom. Where would you say you guys are all sitting on the cart?
Guess I'll be in
More towards the middle.
the front with Wiggles, I guess.
And I don't have a visual horse right now. That's okay. We got Rolling next to the keg. Then next to the keg.
As you should be.
We got Mina at the rear. That's everyone. All right. 1 second. Ba-ba.
I love visuals.
Yep. So you see a massive tree collapsed before you that probably is about 40 feet before the cart. That is easily within maybe 30, 35, maybe even 40 feet long, depending how far it goes into the other trees.
Shit, there's a big tree in the way.
Is it like
What do we
a
wanna do?
freshly down tree? Is it rotten? What's the
Do
condition?
you get up and are you just looking at it from a distance?
I mean, I'll look at it from what I can tell from what it looks like. Yeah.
Give me a perception, please. Very nice. It is a little of both. It's probably been knocked down for at least a handful of days, but it is not that of weeks.
This could be an ambush, guys. We should look out.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's anyone hiding amongst the tree lines?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Nope. It's a thick tree line. Can't see anything.
Yeah.
It is real dandy. Holy. As you are upon Gowron's shoulders, you hear some kind of like a heavy breathing of sorts coming from this direction.
Yeah, definitely loud breathing. Big that way.
I point in that direction.
Which direction?
Where the pagans in the trees right there.
I jump on the other side of the boat.
You got it. It's like Jurassic Park. It's like, let me switch seats.
You just see the puddle like with the ripples in it, like every time it pisses down.
Yeah. Do you guys do anything? Or are you guys sitting there?
Either turn back or
I'll get out and take a look.
Okay. As you get out, you look around the corner and you see bones. Lots of bones in a massive, massive iron cage. You imagine the subject is just inside. As you see it rattling, you see the back of a skeletonal being, undead creature, huge in structure, hunched over but not giving you its front face. An axe lays within the cage next to it. A massive head of what looks to be a grand cow lays completely stripped bare, as do other corpses. And a stake, where it's staffed into the ground, just present with another cow head on top, a much smaller, probably a calf.
So it's like a skeletal minotaur.
In retrospect, though you have not seen its minotaur visage,
What do you see?
you do imagine so.
Does it look
But
friendly?
it seems to be in a opened cage.
What do your furball guys see?
Definitely a beast of skeleton type in a cage with an axe.
Skeleton type.
But we
What the fuck is
could
skeleton type?
definitely probably
Immediately.
close the cage if somebody could close the cage from a distance and trap it.
I don't have mage hand living.
He's made.
Oh, somebody else does.
You use mage hand now. Do you, Jen? So you have to, okay. You move. You don't have view of the door as it's just out of your vision from where you stand. Now, as you move up, you see this massive subject before you. You hover over your mage hand. Do we have a mage hand actor for you? Let me see. I don't. 1 second. I don't know where to be. Where is everything today? What a disaster. Okay, well, there's a mage hand in which you can only see, so it works out perfectly. And it hovers on over and it touches the gate. As it does, I need you to give me a sleight of hand check for your mage hand, please. It will use your spell mod. No, never mind. It'll just be a sleight of hand check off of you. Very nice.
Terrible.
You get the
Pretty good.
cage. You manage to get it all the way to the closing position, though it is not locked. Do you go to continue to lock it?
I'll attempt to try.
Give me another sleight of hand, please. Roll went before you called it. Oh, I won't honor this one. Jin, as you go to lock it and you hear that little rust screech as it slides over. Its head immediately skyrockets up. It swiftly turns around and it absolutely sees all of you guys.
No.
It immediately is just like yelling in an angry scowl.
Soon as it moves here, that's within 30 feet of me, I will, if it decides to come at us, I will turn undead.
Okay. I need you all to roll an initiative, please. Oops.
Like, that was my plan if it decided to move at all.
I still have given Jin Bardic before combat, even though you didn't get to use it for that roll. Can I still have just given it to him?
Yeah, I could honor that. Oh my gosh, you guys rolled really bad.
You can add that to the spell damage if you want, which is pretty good for you.
Wiggles with
Shit.
21.
very nice. 1 second, I'll get you in there. Oh, you and Mina tied. Would you look at that? All right. Well, Wiggles, you currently cannot see this creature, though you do hear it. Probably about 55 feet to your east. You'd have to move north at least 15 feet to get it in view.
I'm gonna turn the horses around and get us out of there.
All right, you got it. Well, no one else is in the wagon, to my understanding, other than you and the horses. But you definitely do go to move the cart out of the way. So I will use your token as the embodiment of such subject. As you do, the horses start making a bunch of noises. They're like, and then the clattering and whatnot. It's a shock that you didn't set it off sooner. As you then hear a continuous, some kind of metal shaking and bouncing around. The rest of you, Mina, what do you do?
I guess I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's over here in this cage.
Yeah, there's like a weird thicket of trees here that kind of mess with your vision. But you do see like it's like moving around within, kind of like hitting the cage and anger at before it actually takes its response.
I guess.
Damn, Rolly, what the? You guys rolled really low.
Yeah, I don't know how you roll more than I do.
No.
I think I'm gonna just bonus action attempt to hide in this like little thicket over here.
Okay. Give me a stealth
And
check.
I am going to use my main action to, so I guess, hold an attack if it gets within 5 feet of an ally or myself.
All right, you got it. Next up, creature. You are holding on to a reaction, correct? Eric?
Yeah.
You see it just barrel through the door. Takes the first step toward you. Do you wait for it to get closer, or do you bear it right away?
As soon as it gets within that 30 feet range.
Barrels through the door as you cast this symbol upon this creature. It's just like angry as it focuses down on it. Saving throw. Ooh, fails. It's just like angry and frustrated as it looks toward you and it takes a step to the side around the cage.
What?
It's trying to get away from you.
That's as
Not
if
Yeah, but
stupid.
it should have ran right back into the cage.
Absolutely not. It said it's going to try to get as far away from you. Can't get far away from you in the cage. It's not that dumb.
I mean, it would have.
It literally is
Here.
getting as
It's
far
still
away
been
from you.
stuck been in the cage.
It would have stepped in the cave and been like, "Oh, I can't go further. Let me step out and walk around." So it just saved a step. It
But
makes
if
total
it would have,
sense. This
it would have had to
puzzle's far
step
away.
forward closer to me then. So the
Does it keep its
exact movement would
intelligence?
have been moving backwards.
Then it'd be here. There you go. And 5 feet forward. I'm just saying it would have
I'm
ran away.
saying
What do you mean does
it
it keep
would
its
have.
intelligence?
Saying if it would have left the cage, that would have meant it would have moved closer to me. But it could not have left the cage because 30 feet would have been still in the cage.
I see what you're saying. I see your argument. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. I'll
Gonna
stay
be like a
within the cage.
trash compactor with this thing. Like, what's going on?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it still wouldn't have been able to leave the cage at all. That's why I chose it. Like, it would have been stuck in the cage.
Wait. There's a clause. So it can move to here, which is 10 feet out. It is still bigger, but it doesn't mean it couldn't squeeze through. I would absolutely say it could totally hug it and not technically get closer to you as it climbs around the cage to get out, because it can't move within
Well,
30
here's
feet
the
of you,
thing: is
and it has a
the
10-foot
cage
clearance.
opens this way, so it couldn't rock that way
It
anyway.
could go that way then.
Then make it go that way.
Yeah, all right, it goes that way.
It just no clips. It no clips out of the cage.
It is trying to physically keep away from you. So in the sense that it knows it's stuck in the cage, it can't get any further. It would escape the only method it would know, and that would be a fair method of escape. Though it's still not coming at you, so it's still favorable.
What the hell's wrong with my spellbook right now? Did I just lose all my spells?
See what happens? You up here cast Turn Undead, and he just wipes you of all your spells.
Like, what the fuck happened to all my spells? Oh, hold on.
Amnesia the spell.
For some reason, I guess I was searching Turn Undead.
That was me. Oh, so it affects your sheet. Interesting.
Like, I was like, why am I
I typed that in.
Turn
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Like,
I didn't know that.
I was like, I was like, what the fuck? I have no spells right now.
Damn, I should have left it there. You would have been never. You wouldn't have been able to cast the
No,
spell.
I mean, I
Darn.
noticed it. Like, I mean, I was like, I didn't search. I was like, I guess I searched Turn Undead. I didn't do that, but okay.
Well, now we know it goes across your guys' character sheets when I touch something.
Yeah,
What
don't
else do you
touch
do
my
this for?
spells.
Alright, I tried to find my list.
So it's still within 60 feet of me, though, right?
Oh, yep.
Okay. Then I guess since this is radiant damage.
Alright. You cast Sacred Flame upon it, and doing so, it makes a dex save. And it natties. You throw a Sacred Flame at it, and it throws its axe forward. Now, it didn't take damage. So
No,
it's good.
it's a fail. Yeah, it's either.
It smacks your Sacred Flame out of the air with its axe as it steadfast. Anything else you wish to do?
No.
Rolling. You hear a lot of commotion. You see Eric flinging things in this general direction as Jin and Mina steadfast and keep sincere vision ahead, being ever vigilant.
I move like behind these rocks. Can we see it?
You move behind these rocks and poke your head up, and you see a big motherfucker. Huge, cowy, and skeletony. Not fun. With a big ass axe in its hand.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like have this like
And lots
really,
of bones outside its cage.
really like sharp tone just kind of go out, and it just is like a sine wave, and it's really shrill. You can hear it, and it just kind of starts slowing down and getting wider and wider and wider, and it's getting like more bassy, really kind of slow on.
Okay. Bring out the big gun. It absolutely fails as you cast slow. Oh, yeah, as you cast slow, it affects that 40-foot zone. Does it have a template for you to drop?
I didn't cast it to my character sheet. I can do that.
The dome is
Yeah, let me do it. I dropped the template, but didn't do
Hold
it around it.
right now. Sorry.
It's 120 foot.
No, the reach
Yeah,
is
it's
120. The area is 40.
Yeah, 40. So I do 40 around him, but I'm close enough.
Got
I
it.
think.
Yeah, no, you're close enough. For template. And second, all right, you cast slow. It fails. In doing so, you bind it into a much slower movement. Definite advantage on your guys' end in the sense of placement. Is there anything else you do, Rolly?
I'm just looking to see if I have anything else. Don't could use a bardic, but I already gave it to Jim once. So no, that's it.
All right.
Actually, no, I can use. I do have something I can do. It is called escape. Use the hide action as a bonus action.
All right, so go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Sure. Yeah.
You feel pretty stealthy from back there in the rocks. Jin, you see a huge dome come over the creature, seemingly moving it in a much slower pace. You cast Eldritch Blast. As you fire it across the way, you absolutely make contact with its body as you just shatter some easily
It's
enough.
no
Exposed.
longer a turn, by the way. So
It's -2 AC as well. Just
Yep.
the deck saves. -2 AC, deck saves. Can't use reactions. You can only use actions or bonus, but not. You can't make more than one melee or ranged attack. It's true. Be good.
As you fire 2, right? This is your second one.
That's my second one.
Perfect. Yep, easy enough. Another one shatters another piece of bone off the Minotaur. Doesn't even see the face. It's just like yowling and growling at you as you guys all love it. And I'm gonna give you one, the boss bar. Don't do that. Anything else you wish to
On the
do?
rocks and
that is so
my turn.
unfortunate. Because if nobody hit it, it would have just been forced to keep running away for 1 minute.
Never, Mina. As you were hiding,
As it's slowed down, so it won't even get that far.
you hear a massive commotion and see everyone fleeing things in that direction. If only you were a wizard, but you're not. What do you do?
I'm gonna stay here and if it and not run towards it. And I'm gonna stay hidden, or at least as hidden as I think I am, and continue holding my attack action if it gets within 5 feet of me or an ally.
You get it. Wiggles. Do you continue fleeing the scene?
Far am I?
I'll say you got the cart about 40 feet away from the scene.
Do I have line of sight?
Oh, absolutely not. Of this creature? No way.
Well, I
Do you have
Can-
long like any kind of? Let me look at your feet real quick. Yeah, no, there's nothing I can use to help you with that one. Sorry. What do you do?
Can I get off the horses and line myself up for a shot?
You know what? Give me a perception check, and let's see if you can make out the entity in question through the movements of the trees with your keen senses.
$24.
You absolutely make out a very distinctive whitish, hued. Is that yellow stained bone of some sort? It definitely is not a tree. You fire. You do take the shots. Let me do some quick jibbity jabbity math here. The end of this. Hold on. From here, the end of the scene would be about 55. You'd be about 95 feet. The shot would be at disadvantage. But fire away.
I'm using Firebolt.
Oh, you're using Firebolt? What's the range on that? 120?
120.
You got it. Then you use Firebolt. Just kidding. You use magic as you send a little spew and wisp of fire flying in his way to peck him in the face. Give me a roll.
16.
Absolutely make contact. Give me the damage. As you guys see a little ball of fire just explode against the skeleton as you just like a little
13.
ball of hot gas giving off a impression of 13 damage. You guys look and you see it came from the direction of Wiggles, who is about an additional 40 yards further out of the scene below. With that, we have the Minotaur.
I get a second attack.
Oh, just kidding. No, you don't, because you used your action for
His
Firebolt.
spell.
You only get a second attack when you use your melee weapon. That is the caveat of magic.
There's like feats and like classes that can do it, but you have to like really specialize to be able to do a spell as a bonus action.
So it uses
I think
20
it's only like
to get out of
cantrips.
slow. As it gets out of the slow, it then uses 20 more feet to move its distance. And
At
it
speed.
stands. Let's see.
You can attack twice whenever you take the attack action on your
But
turn.
you used a spell.
Yeah, you
so
can
the
use a
spell
spell that
takes a
spell's not an
full
attack
action.
Spell, yeah, spell's different than like shooting a
Oh,
bow.
okay.
It's
I'm
weird.
learning,
That's how
leave me
the rules.
You're good. All good. At least you're paying attention. That shows your intent of trying to do the most you can. I appreciate it. As the Minotaur runs forward, now angry in its struggles, barreling through and diving around, and it just like at first it was real slow. It was like, and then it just got faster and faster, like a zombie was chasing you in slow motion. It stops because now, let's be real, it's dashing. It's pissed. It's gonna dash, and it's just gonna run up on you guys, and it can't do anything after. Eric,
Oh, it's
this
within
massive
5. No, it's
Minotaur.
within 5 foot of it, so Aramina gets to
Yeah, Mina gets
Yeah,
to
do I
do
get
her held
Go
action.
Go for it. Trigger,
Alright.
Mina. Trigger
trigger
away.
my attack?
It is considered a sneak attack, so you do have advantage on the strike.
Nice. Hop from behind the bushes and like,
Yeah, they were stealth originally. Yeah, you absolutely come through with an 18. You get into like one of the bones and you break it apart. Now, this is a massive creature, so you're hitting probably an insignificant bone in the meantime, but nonetheless, you are doing damage. As you throw your dagger across it and rip away, you see probably like 2 to 3 ribs just, and it's just like, you guys can't even tell if this thing feels what's happening to this person.
22
You
total
do
damage.
22 damage.
22. Okay,
Pretty
that's
significant
22
damage.
points of damage. Very good. As you rip into it with the dagger, and then the bones kind of clap into the foot and break one of the toes. The whole slew of domino effects occur due to your dagger strike. Very nice, Mina. Eric, you see Mina go into action. How do you respond with this massive creature before you?
Yeah, so it is a large creature,
It is considered a large creature.
so I should still be able to move around it, right?
Because it is a
Bigger than me.
but it is
Can't take reactions
enemy,
anyway.
It imposes the space.
Oh, it would have to make a save. It would have to make a save at the end of its turn against the slow.
Oh, it would still be under the effect of the slow? I apologize.
It has to make a save at the end of its turn.
Gotcha.
DC 16 is save.
Gotcha. You got it. Because all I did was dash, so that was me. I followed the rules, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll use cutting words on his save.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, so then it's a D8.
He's got to roll like a 3.
Oof. All right.
Oof.
Absolutely fail. Okay, so he's still under the effects. I don't know how that one works. Hold on, let me see. Has a enemy larger size. Anyone can move through any ally space. You can only move through an enemy space if it's at least 2 sizes larger than you. In this case, it is only 1.
You can pass through it, but you can go around it.
I'm saying, are these trees?
So
Like,
it
I
would be
can
considered
go around.
difficult terrain. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
around
that's
it would be
fair.
considered difficult terrain, or through it. You could go through it with it being difficult terrain in any condition. You just cannot end your space with it.
I'm saying, like, I should have enough movement to get at least behind
10,
it.
20, 30. Yeah, like here.
Yeah,
Like 30.
Then
Because this is considered still its space.
And would this be advantage with ERIYA?
Sure. You see Eric disappear into the bushes. Eric pops over. Do what?
I just want to see some stuff really quick.
Quick question. Ooh, never mind. No. Figured it out already.
I'm going to assuming that hits for sure.
Yep, that absolutely hits as you come clobbering it in the back of the leg. Just you guys are just shattering. You just hear the bones getting decimated.
Hold on, I just want to read this spell really quick.
And you guys make big bad enemies look real easy. I don't know. Maybe you can fight the dragons.
To use a 4th level
Slow down first.
I mean, so far, none of you guys have been hit.
I think it's like 1 attack, so.
If that. Nice. You do Divine Smite, following up with the attack as you mark your foe, and you see from the heavens.
Oh, and it should be one more 1d8 because I'm dead, yeah?
No. That is only if it is vulnerable and it isn't.
Yeah.
No, it's
No, it's not adds 1d8. It's increase.
Oh yeah,
the
it's
damage
increasable.
increases by 1d8 if the target is
Oh,
undead when
sorry,
repeated.
right there. I see. Got it. My bad. You said radiant. You didn't say because of.
No, I said it was undead,
Or
so it gives a
Very
one.
nice.
You said radiant first. I
Cool.
think so. That's what threw
No,
me.
I did
You're good.
not. I
And
said
the
I
additional
think one
6.
more.
I don't
one
believe you.
I would not say
I heard him say it.
because of anything to do with it being radiant. I
I'm
said
gonna
it's
scrub this
undead.
audio from the recording.
On record.
You got it. 1d6 of additional radiant damage to the undead
1d8
creature.
of
Or well, 6 damage because that's what you rolled. So one additional punch of 6 damage. Jesus, killing me.
You're killing me.
Not yet, but we will see. Anything else?
That would be the special attack because I'm a paladin.
Roly, you see some flashy stuff happening on the other end. You imagine it none other to be Eric. What do you do to follow up?
Alright. I mean, he's sandwiched between two of my allies, so I'm gonna pop up from behind the rocks, I guess, and shout out.
That's right. You surround me.
The vicious mockery.
All right. Is that a wisdom still?
Yeah, wisdom on this one. I'm gonna cast it in the podcast.
Nat 20. Hey,
I mean, I still get a -8, but I'm gonna save that. Alright. So it just takes half. It's all that works.
points of damage.
That takes. Three. So damage. Wonderful.
Does 3 points of damage as you yell at it.
That's
One of its
like
bones
6
get a
damage
little
from
brittle.
3d6. Awful.
That's right.
I just was making sure it was 3d6.
That was rough, yeah.
I'll use Fury of the Small. I'll do an extra 3.
There you go.
There you go. Balancing the meters here. There we go.
He's getting threatened by getting beat up by a short
I mean,
guy.
it's getting a ton of miniature hairline fractures upon its structure.
But he's just gonna duck back under the rocks.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth check again.
Cool.
Jin. Yeah, Drake Blast. Yeah, Rolly, you are definitely re-hidden as a follow-up Algebra Blast just comes and blasts across the creature, shattering with intense
D8 to it.
gestures. There you go.
He's bardic, right? For
Dang.
Yeah,
Say it again?
I gave you that.
Yeah. That's what you can use. Yeah. Did you want to use that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, 1d8 damage. Well, wonderful.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Max roll. As you do an additional 8 points with the first Eldritch Blast. Eric, you see bone fragments just shatter. And then again. Continue to just shatter with max damage. Jeez, this guy's just blitzing this thing down with a total
bonus action. We're gonna.
32. All right. You got it. So you quickly hover up, head on back. Wait, why are you guys taking damage? Are you guys targeting each other on accident?
I have.
I have no
I think
idea,
you guys
but I did notice
might
that
have.
I did not get hit.
I don't think we got hit.
Yeah, none of you guys have, but you and Wiggles are getting hurt, and I'm like, and I haven't attacked at all, so it definitely is not me. So
Yeah,
you guys are killing me.
I definitely have the Minotaur targeted. So.
I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. I haven't attacked nobody yet, and y'all are dying on your own, so something's up. I think Jin got hit too. I don't know how that happened. Jin lost.
Where the hell is
You didn't
Sprinkles?
heal while you were on the short rest, Jim?
I did heal, but I think I only got like 17 points.
You tell me,
Okay,
where are your sprinkles? You haven't given Sprinkles a command. He's on the cart.
Oh, he should be charging to the front.
All right. He now jumps up and charges to the front as he's running up. He's not within range, but he can be in range next turn. You can still see the creature. Do you wish to take 2 shots? Or do you wish to use a spell again?
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark as my bonus action,
Okay.
It's
and then I'm gonna fire 2 arrows.
Wait, did I get skipped?
No, you guys have the same initiative.
Oh, okay.
So you're following up right after this barrage.
Gotcha. Sweet.
27 and an 18 for hit.
Absolutely make contact. This thing has, I'm not even going to talk about it. Absolutely makes contact. You just see 2 arrows.
I mean, he is just bone.
Yeah, and then it was reduced by Rolly, so it's even lower.
minus 2 is no joke. This Title's the attacker. Like, it's
Give me the damage, good sir.
Hold on, it's 8 and 10 and 5.
That's pretty
and
solid
another
damage.
5.
Let's go.
So 8 and 20.
28.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. So 28 points of damage as you just see bones just falling off this minotaur. One of his horns start to like tilt off, like it's like dangling, not quite detached yet. Mina,
That's
what do you
a
do to
lot of
follow
hit
up?
points.
I'm gonna just take a stab at this guy with my dagger, and I am
Alright.
flanking, so go ahead and
Yeah.
roll at advantage. Oh,
Well, that
so
was-
close.
There
very
you go.
close.
26.
That
You
key weapon.
You wedge your dagger in, you find a spot, you start swiveling it around, and you do a solid 26 fatty points of damage. Very
And
nice.
then with my bonus action, I'm gonna attempt to hide in the thicket next to me.
You got it. Go for it.
Nope. Well, I don't know. Who knows?
You throw yourself into the bush. As you do, in slow motion, you see an axe coming in your direction.
You can't take
It's
any
a
actions.
disadvantage,
So.
right? No, he's not. It's his
He can't
turn.
take
That was
it.
the end of Mina's
Oh,
turn.
it's his turn. Okay.
Yeah. And I was just rolling right into it. Sorry. Is it a disadvantage because it's slowed, right?
No,
No.
I don't think
No,
so.
it
No?
just can only use. Like, I think if it makes
just
an
a-
attack, right, it only has one though, right? Like it can't.
Yeah,
multi-
only one attack. It can't multi-attack. It can't use both an action and a bonus action.
Oh my god. Does an 11
Cool.
hit you?
Nope.
I think it
He
like,
does get to make a
little-
wisdom save at the end of his turn.
Well, you see this axe in slow motion. Though you rolled a horrible stealth check, you know you weren't hidden, but you are quick, and you managed to roll out of the way, preventing taking any significant damages. It
We'll
will
take
then
that.
make another wisdom save.
Oh,
Yeah, it is
Nice.
absolutely still under the conditions. Eric.
that spell is so good.
Oh, it is. It's good. This is a -1 wisdom. It's like really.
What?
That's a slow zone.
It's saying you controlled act. Why am I Mina now?
I don't know what you do.
Say my controlled actor Aramina Lashir does not have an item Warhammer.
Oh, it's because you're clicked
Uh-oh.
on and you're trying to click Warhammer on your macro bar.
I
So click your own character.
Click your own token.
token. Yeah.
so stupid. Like I'm not controlling her.
That's happened to me. Like I get.
Plot twist.
That's how you can chat. You can chat as somebody else.
The
She
14 hit.
throws out a 14 hits.
-2. Yeah.
Gross.
6 points. You kind of tip it, and you still see a bone pop off. Even though you didn't do great, you did something significant. It was a big, important bone that kept the infrastructure of one of its legs up. Right now, it's kind of like kind of lollygagging about, kind of wiggling it around, doing the stanky leg before you. As you follow up with the divine smite. bringing down the powers yet again of 17 points of damage as it just
plus another 2.
yelling out.
Extra D8.
And you guys see now this now, not even what wasn't fragile before, just look even worse. It's now making rattling noises and like it's really barely holding on. Anything else, Eric?
No, that's it.
Really?
I'm just gonna piss on it.
She's so fucking weak. Dead.
Guess this is just mockery.
Is that still a wisdom? I don't know why I always ask.
Yeah, wisdom 16.
Oh, nope. And you do 5 points of damage.
5 points of psychic, and his next attack has disadvantage.
You got it.
Don't think he's good. I'm betting into it.
We'll see.
Jin.
Sweet creature, bro.
Oh, Jin, you still hit it because it has a very, very low AC. And you do 8 points of damage as your force of Eldritch Blast hits it, and you hear like a bowling pin.
I mean, it was a cool creature. It just was super weak.
Well, you guys.
It had a lot of hit points. A lot of hit points.
Okay, and if I hit, I would have been doing mad damage. It had multi-attack. My 1 damage. If I hit,
but it didn't have multi-attack.
It would have been so pretty, so neat, so fun and dandy, and you guys just neutralized it. And I was like, if I throw something else with it, and all of my little spruced upness, it might be a little fucked up because they weren't ready for it. But I always forget Rolly has like slow and shit. Like it's like some big power spells that he never really uses 100%.
This is why the Hollows group is best.
I'm only using 60% of my maximum power.
You guys either dominate the battle, or you guys flee, or the enemy flees. One of the two. Like it just kind of.
I was gonna say I haven't seen a flea since I've started in this Hollow.
Yeah, you have. The Cannibal King. He fled. No, for you guys.
No, I'm saying us. We haven't fled. Yeah.
To be fair, Rolly, since you got rid of a couple dead weights.
After Wolfric got taken, I needed to find more strong friends.
You needed the bulkier, Well, that is where you see this corpse collapse upon it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Bigger question is, why is it here? How long was it left here? And what the fuck? But we will discuss that elsewhere, as we will end it here for now.
Did it have total?
It had a significant amount. Second, it had 245 HP.
I didn't even use a single fireball, not a single one.
And just like that, it had none.
And we took no damage.
I used 2 spell slots. And 2
impressive. And when I was like, if I hit Mina, dude, like I'll just chop her down in 3 hits, easy. Like that's an insta kill right there. I got this, and nope, got completely mitigated. I couldn't move and attack. I couldn't. Yeah,
the slow was so godlike. Actually insane.
Slow as a spell. And then I love that it's not like an area effect. You choose like who gets slowed.
Yeah. But
it's in an area, but you can do it where your allies are if you want to.
You guys took down this massive gargantuan of a beast. You guys did not level up from it. I'm sorry. Don't ask for a freebie after the end of session. I know how that works. We killed something. Give us something. It actually technically the original base creatures of CR2. It's really not all super. I obviously buffed it. Well, I mean, I buffed up some of the stats, obviously, as a single elite creature, but its actual, I didn't change any of its actual attack stats. It still would have been a 2d4 plus or +6 or something. I mean, sorry, 2d12 plus 4 or 6 or whatever it was.
That's a lot different than 2d4.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
the biggest dice to the smallest dice.
Yeah. So it could have been something, but it wasn't. So nonetheless,
They got 2 attacks.
well, Rolly Wolfric is back. We've got a team of 6 now moving forward on our adventure.
Oh, yeah.
He will be able to be with us the first 2 hours of every session until their young grows and becomes easier for them to manage a parent lifestyle, as it is still very fresh and new to them. But he was super excited to get back with us, so that was a blast. He will be joining us moving forward, and otherwise, great session, guys. I will
really
catch you
dope.
guys
A lot of
on
fun.
the follow-up, and keep dropping some stuff when I make it available. What do you guys think of that Spelljammer mock-up, or that astral plane mock-up? Did you guys watch the video? Horrible.
Was it in Discord?
Horrible. Yeah, it was the one. You guys reacted to it, but you guys didn't watch it.
That
That's
would
harsh.
be a no.
It's a video.
I watched it.
I'm hurt.
I think I uploaded